Eisen. Terms and conditions apply.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. Don.
Where do we stand on sus?
Hahn.
It's lame. It needs Viagra.
And Rosenberg.
I'm going to lift my shirt up, take my pants down, and shake it all around. This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Oh, you bet your ace. It is 3:01 in New York City, a balmy 38-ish degree afternoon like you dream about. Peter Rosenberg, Don LaGreca, Alan Hahn, shot out of a cannon. How you boys doing?
Good.
It's beautiful out in the city today.
I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, walking around in Calgary, it was 40 degrees, and there were people that were walking around with shorts and a T-shirt. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. It's 40 degrees outside. I understand that now.
Yep.
When it's like 10 for 2 straight weeks, and all of a sudden it's like 38. It was like, whoa. I walked out. It felt like spring.
It's crazy, right? All of a sudden we are Calgary.
It's like,
now, is the snow going to melt at all in this weather, guys, or no?
oh, yeah. You've already started to see some traffic build up because trucks are now have a chance to remove some of the snow they couldn't before because it was frozen solid. But a couple of days of even just a little bit over the freezing mark, with the sun out, you've got a chance to maneuver the snow that was basically just rock solid just a few days ago. And then apparently then it's going to warm up, but then it's going to kind of freeze. Like they're expecting really low temperatures up over the weekend. So if you got a chance to remove some of the snow, now's the time to do it because it's going to go back to freezing pretty soon.
Well, listen. We don't talk politics on this show except for yesterday when we did 45 minutes on the Epstein files. But besides that,
is that political?
Yeah.
No, I'm half teasing. But
it's really the only thing that both sides can agree upon, apparently.
But that being said, I got to give a shout out to the mayor. Very pleased to see him extend no alternate side through the weekend for a second week, guys. Do the right thing.
That's
Kill
the right
the
thing.
alternate side.
I thought you were going to bring up the hot tubs that they use to melt snow. Brilliant.
I didn't hear about this.
Oh yeah, they had these gigantic trucks, and in the back of the trucks were filled with like scalding hot water, and they were just dumping piles of snow into it and watching it melt into the sewer. It was quite a process.
And they're doing that. Is that like something they're doing today?
I
believe
they've been doing it for a week and a half.
Yeah, it's been a thing, but it was mesmerizing. You know, of course, there's always somebody that's going to record it and post it on social media, and it's one of those things like watching somebody mow the lawn. You just can't take your eyes off. It's just very satisfying. Speaking of satisfaction, Peter, where the hell are you? I see Don in all his splendor at the Rock.
I know.
I don't see you.
Because I can join you guys right now, and fine, I will if I need to.
Oh, no.
But I was trying to get on my quality camera, and I've been having some issues here. I am at the homestead today, as today we had the big 1 year doctor's appointment. This is a big one.
Okay.
That is a big one.
We did a little MMR. We did a little chicken pox. I kicked the can down the road a little further on the on hepatitis A.
Yep.
I got to tell you, this kid is a champ. I mean, she was not thrilled with the shots. These are sort of big
shots.
These are sort of big girl shots.
Yes.
In the back of the arm, and I would say she really got after it for like 45 seconds, and that was it. She recovered. I was very proud of her.
It is heartbreaking, especially when they're that young, where they're on the table, and usually the doctor's like tickling them or something, and like Jalen and Marco would be laughing, and then just to kind of distract them, and then they put the needle in, and all of a sudden you see the expression change, and like half a second of like pure joy to complete terror and screaming at the top. Like,
well, the
was
delay,
so heartbreaking.
That delay, the pause, and then the
yeah.
And it's but I will say she recovered quickly, and even though I feel so bad, I truly, guys, I think you both will be happy that I'm at least in the moment this much. When it happens, I relish the picking up my little girl and holding her to make her feel better. I take it in and love. And then she got better.
Yeah,
a second later, she was better.
It's a great feeling.
I loved her first.
Okay. Let's not start this way. Let's not do this thing.
Yeah, you'll get there because, like, the best feeling is just having them lay on your chest, and Jalen's still affectionate enough where she'll still do that, but now it's like I can't breathe. You know, I mean, it's this big, huge human being that now, her head's on my chest and her legs are almost like past my knees. It's like, geez, I can remember when I was like cuddling you and you didn't even feel like you were on me.
Yeah, no.
And now it's like, oh my God, you're compressing my chest, and it's like, what happened? These 8 years happened just so fast. But no, it's all.
Well, I'm having a day
good.
like that today, guys, considering my niece and nephew, who were born the night Eli Manning led the Giants to greatness 18 years ago today. My niece and nephew were 18. Born the night of that first Giants Super Bowl.
Wow.
The first of this era.
Yeah,
today they turned 18.
Wow.
That goes by in a blink. Gracie's going to be 18 in April. I'm not ready for that. Yeah, not ready for that.
No, it happens fast. That's why you should be taking advantage of these moments, because it does happen pretty
that's why
quick.
I enjoy her getting shots and crying so much. It's a great time.
You just said it. You be present.
No, I did. Be present.
You don't want to hear about that from Mom. I mean, that was back in the old school days. Dad would come home from work.
Not only
All
that.
the kids got their first shots. All right, good.
Yeah, exactly.
Make me dinner.
It's actually once Mom. My life is so opposite. My life is so opposite that. Once Natalie went through the first experience, I think I told you guys about it, where they tried to get blood from her and failed, and they kept trying.
Yeah.
From that point on, Natalie was like, "Shots are Dad's job. I do not want to deal with her and shots." So I proudly take on the having to take care of that department. Now, guys,
Can I?
There's a go ahead, Alan.
I know we've gone around like different things to talk about, but there is something. I just like, and we don't have to go deep into it, but I want to say it because it's something we're following. And as I'm reading deeper into it, getting a little more information, it's now like kind of spidey senses are tingling. So there's been a couple of deals today in the NBA. Trade deadline's Thursday. There was one that was interesting, but it felt like just moving deck chairs around, right? Detroit sent Jaden Ivey, and Minnesota sent Mike Conley to the Bulls. Kevin Huerter and Dario Saric went to the Pistons in this deal. Jaden Ivey's from the Detroit. A 3-team deal. Minnesota traded away Conley, got nothing back. And what they got out of it was not only just savings under the tax, right, because they're close to the second year, but not close enough. Now they're more space and a roster spot. Now, why do you think that, not to do the windy thing, but why do you think they just did that?
Because they're making a move.
We know that they are one of the teams that has been the most aggressive in pursuing Giannis Antetokounmpo. And a move like this suggests they're willing to put the chips in the middle of the table and go all in and get him. Whatever, like they want to get him now and not wait for the summer when there might be other teams that have better offers. Golden State's trying. They're dangling Draymond Green. They don't want to move Jimmy Butler. I don't know if that's as appealing to Milwaukee. But I'm curious to see if Minnesota is ready to do now a piggyback off this. Now that they have some space, that they can add a significant salary and a roster spot, which is also the hard thing to do these days. So they sent away a player who makes good money and didn't take anything back. So just want everybody to all the Knicks fans that, I don't want Giannis, don't trade for him now, trade for him in the summer. This is what is the wild card. It more than likely, because it's so difficult to trade for him, more than likely it should be in the summer. A lot of people believe that. But it doesn't mean you don't leave the door open, which is what Milwaukee's doing for a team that is just like, I can't wait, I want it now, and they're willing to give maybe more than any other team would right now to get them. Remember, they've been to 2 conference finals. They have not been able to get past the Thunder.
Right, and
they're trying to get over the top.
Won't be able to as is. Now, for the real people who physically exist, hold on. Jaden Ivey went to Chicago. Herder went to Detroit.
Yeah,
that's the piece that stands out to me because Herder's my dude from Maryland.
Yes.
That's a nice little sneaky
he's
jump shot killer in a good spot.
Yeah, he's all right. Conley, though, is a good veteran guard who can still shoot the 3. He can defend. Chicago obviously looking to they're on the fringe. Like Chicago's trying to get back into the game here, and so adding him. And a young guard like Ivy, another guy who gets after it defensively. He's not a great offensive player, but you could see what Chicago's trying to do here. Interesting, but I'm not paying attention to that stuff. I'm paying attention. How does it affect, it's always, any trade that happened early, how does it affect me? Well, what Minnesota just did is something to watch over the next couple of days.
For sure. Now, the reason I wouldn't panic if I were the Knicks is that, hey, all right, the Wolves want to make this deal. And they got to put themselves in a position to make it. All they're doing is showing the world we're serious about this. We've just made a move that's not going to really affect them this year anyway. But we did create the space that if he wants to come to Minnesota, if the deal is going to be made, we can make it. That's all it is to me. I don't know. Does he want to play in Minnesota? Is there a deal to be had between them, or are we just going to wait until the summer like everybody else thinks they're going to? I just think that a good organization's put themselves in a situation that if it can happen, they've made the space for it, right? I don't know if I'm going to get the refrigerator, but I'm going to make sure that if I do, that it's not going to be sitting in the garage for a month when I figure out where to put it. I'm going to have the space to slide it right in the second that I purchase it. That's what this is. If it's going to happen, I'm ready to do it. But to me, I don't know if this makes it imminent. Doesn't mean that it's going to happen. But good on Minnesota for putting themselves in a position that if it does, they're ready to go.
Why would they do that?
I mean, that's all I'm saying. Because the second apron is what everybody's afraid of. That Minnesota's now under the first apron. So they've given themselves the ability to take on a contract that puts them back closer to the second apron again, but they don't care. Because they're going for it. So, it's just something that's interesting. That's all I'm saying. Bobby Marks had a little extra information off this trade that now made me say, hey, let me interrupt for a moment and just bring it up because it's Giannis and it's the trade deadline, it's the Knicks, and it's nothing we need to go, again, we don't have to start parsing this for an hour, but I just wanted to get it just front and center. That's all.
Well, we're 24 hours away or 48 hours away from the trade deadline. And I truly believe that if no one trades for him, Knicks fans aren't going to freak out because they'll be the favorite to do this during the offseason. And I've made it clear, at least my opinion, I think this team can go for it as presently constituted. But you will be kicking yourself if he ends up in Minnesota and you never get a chance to trade for him. But I just think that it's posturing. It's something that Minnesota had to do. I'm not going to change my opinion on it. I still think he's going to stay where he is. But we're going to find out. What's the time on Thursday? Is it 3? Is it 6?
I think it's 3.
That'd be great, right at the start of our show. And
I know it's
some
changed,
stuff that,
but I believe it's 3.
That trickles beyond 3 o'clock.
Yeah, because I remember
we'll have some clarity.
Yeah, because last year I believe was right at the start of the show, right?
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so we'll see how that plays out, folks. Now, how excited do you guys feel about the Nagy of it all?
Well, I'm a little surprised that there are people disappointed. What did you expect to get? And this whole idea of, well, he was a failed head coach. Well, aren't all coordinators either failed head coaches or soon-to-be failed head coaches? Like, isn't that what a coordinator is, right? It's either a young guy that hasn't got the opportunity to fail as a head coach or an older guy that's already failed. And the one thing that, he didn't win with Trubisky, but Trubisky hasn't done anything since he left Chicago. You can make the case that he got as much as he could out of Fields, more so than maybe anybody else was able to get out of him because he won games in Pittsburgh, but didn't do a lot in Pittsburgh. And the fact that he was even asked to join the Pro Bowl, that's a conversation for later in the show. Please let me give my thoughts on that at some point before we get to the end of the program. But I think it's a fine hire. If you believe in John Harbaugh, and why wouldn't you? Then wouldn't you believe in his decisions and his hiring? So is this sexy? No, it's not dead sexy. What OC would be dead sexy? What, Don
there were
Coryell's
sexier
ghost?
names out there. There were sexier names
Who?
out there. Kingsbury, McDaniel. The names people know as sort of a marquee brand name OC,
but
McDaniel was no longer on the table, though.
Yeah.
Not anymore, no. But he was for a while.
He went to go work for his brother.
Right.
But I think of what was left. Now, listen, he won a ring, but we all know, even going back to Bieniemy, any offensive compliments you throw around to Kansas City, it's Andy Reid, not his OC.
Right.
But he was there. Do you feel a way about the fact that Andy Reid didn't fight to keep him? But, hey, I just think that when you go to Kansas City as an offensive coordinator, you're kind of overshadowed by the guy that gets all the credit, and rightly so, and that's Andy Reid. He's going to join the Giants. He's going to have, I think, a lot more control on the offense than he did in Kansas City because Harbaugh's a defensive guy. And I think he did enough offensively to make you feel like I think this is – listen, am I jumping up and down that they hired him? No, but I'm not exactly going to kill it. I'm fine.
Yeah, I don't see at this point. The bottom line is you're excited that they got John Harbaugh. That was the big splash that they were going to make in this offseason, right? They
Right.
made the big splash. They got the sexiest brand name available at head coach. Did you think that they were then also going to go get some coordinator that you felt? Now, maybe there were people out there, guys, who would have preferred a hot up-and-comer who they were actually less familiar with than someone, who's been with Kansas City under Andy Reid for the last few years, someone who, as Don said, has been a, quote, failed head coach. But if you're going to get someone for offense, you hate getting the guy who spent the last 3 years in Kansas City working with that offense and that head coach? I don't hate that.
Who are the quarterbacks he had in Chicago? He had Fields, but
He had Fields.
Trubisky?
He had Trubisky.
I mean, he had some. I don't know.
That's it. That's kind of it, no?
Yeah, and they spent a ton
Wasn't
of
that the
time.
era?
Well, he spent a ton of time around Andy Reid, and I guess, if he was that bad, would Andy Reid want him back?
Why'd you
But
just
he
get a
brought it
southern
back.
accent when you said that? Did you hear that?
That
Dom?
was very interesting.
Did I?
That was I need to drop.
You want to bring that back for me? Because I don't realize I did that.
Well,
He
I
if
just
he
need
was
to know
really
why.
that bad.
I think so. I think it's connected
Don,
to something.
Did I do that?
Yeah, but I think it's
What
connected to
happened?
something.
I don't know.
We tapped into something there.
I don't know. I glitched.
Alan just became like he's like Jelly Roll. If that bad. What?
You know what? I got to hear it back.
From?
I caught it.
I
but
really don't know. I don't realize. If I did, I don't realize I did.
I want to hear it back, and I want to see and hear Alan's reaction to it when we play it back.
I'm gonna say it's not me.
Listen. I don't have a full explanation of what just happened there, but this is the kind of thing, frankly, I needed on a day like today. It's a weird day.
It
and
is
this
a
is the
weird
kind of
day.
thing out of the gate that I wanted to hear. But the phone lines are jammed as per usual.
Love it.
1-800-919-3776. Let's go to those smoking hot phone lines right now. Where should we get things started? How about we start with Subi in Midtown?
Hey, Subi.
Hey, recent NFL news suggests that the quarterback market might be open. Michael Penix is not promised a starting job. What do you think about the Jets trading for someone like him and developing a future around Michael Penix or Kyler Murray, who Bart Scott is saying that is going to be a worthwhile quarterback for the Jets in 2026?
The same
And
Bart
you can
Scott
spread-
that called him out for not being like a true, like a leader, a
Right.
quarterback.
Well, Slim Pickens here, so
Yeah,
You
but
got to
come
give
on.
Aaron Glenn a chance, just like Terry Collins was. You got to give us a chance to win. Let's 2026 done. You said you want a chance to win, right?
Yeah,
2
well,
games
and-
or 7, 8 games.
Hey, well,
You got to give us a chance.
Kyler Murray, you just pick him up, right? But to give assets to get Penix, who's got 2 bad knees, that seems a little scary to me. I understand there's potential there, but do you really want, with the Jets' history, to bring a guy in that seems like he's damaged goods and cross your fingers and toes that he doesn't get hurt again?
And by the way, might not be ready to play week 1.
And then, and plus the suggestion is I'm going to have to trade for the right to have him, where I believe Kyler Murray is just somebody that gets let go by the Cardinals. I pick him up as a free agent. I give him a contract, and let's see what happens. I'm not thrilled with Kyler Murray.
No.
But Could I see for the right price he go out there and give me a chance to win every Sunday? Yeah. Again, it's not sexy like with the Nagy, but there's something that could happen there.
You have him, and he has ability to run around. He's small, but you can use his athleticism to your advantage and play a certain way that you should have played with Fields last year and didn't. And now if you still have Fields on the roster as well, you kind of have two quarterbacks, and hopefully, we'll see who they hire, right? Because I know Frank Reich is in, and it makes sense to hire him. But if you're Aaron Glenn, are you hiring a guy that could end up being your replacement? Or it's like Bevel, who does, really coach more of a running style that fits more of what you got between your running back room that you have, which is one of the strengths, and then a quarterback that you have on roster right now who really isn't great at throwing the ball accurately, but, man, he can run. And we saw that. By the way, Matt Nagy will tell you that's how we used him. And so maybe, just maybe, that works, and then maybe that's how you make Kyler Murray work. But I don't know. Honestly, I'm at a loss.
I don't know. Scary.
I take Murray.
If you had to choose, right, Penix or Murray, you would go Murray as long as you're not picking up his contract. You're letting him get cut. That's what you're saying.
Right. Because then there's an avenue where it doesn't really cost me much. Penix, I'm going to have to give up, and I don't know how much you would have to give up.
And the Cardinals then go forward with Jacoby Brissett, and they feel good about that? He did play well at the end of last season.
I don't think they'd feel good about it, but I think.
How good do you feel? What's feel good?
I think feel better?
What they'll do. Yeah, better. I like that.
Don, what's the equivalent of I'm trying to think of Jacoby Brissett in another part of life. It's like you order the steak, and they say we're all at a steak.
But we have a really good hamburger.
Serving you they're not serving you a tennis shoe, but it's like a badly cooked piece of chicken.
Well, no, listen. Here's what I would say. I mean, this could be looked upon as a compliment in some circles.
Okay.
So if I go to Del Frisco's and I want to order the steak, and they say that we're the only thing we have protein-wise is a steak-um. Jacoby Brissett is a steak.
Steak-um?
Well, it's a steak.
I like steak-um.
He's a quarterback.
But did you see him? He was good at the end of the year.
And a steak'em's good.
No, the steak-um is not good. It's it's not good.
If there's steak-um in the house, you're going to eat it. It's not bad.
Might not.
It's just not.
I love steak.
It's not a ribeye. It's not a New York strip.
But if you doll it up the right way,
he's a quarterback.
You throw it on. You throw it on the right roll, though, Don, with some ketchup, and you got a steak and cheese. You're like, I'm having a good steak.
You're doing like a cheesesteak, but not with real. Like you're just going with
I'm
steak.
Just saying. The ribeye's Patrick Mahomes, okay?
Well,
Jacoby Brissett's the steak-um. Both are going to get it done. One's going to win the game 35-3. The other one's going to win the game, 7-6. They're both W's.
They're both W's. I feel what you're saying. All right. I want to take – we got a ton of calls to take.
Good.
We're going to talk to you guys at 1-800-919-3776. A variety of calls here. Some Olympic hockey, some Giannis, some Giants, some Jets, some Knicks. All coming up. We got a whole schmorg of things to get to.
Schmorg.
It's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Charlie's battery is struggling to start. Not ideal before the tailgate, so he goes to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone,
where a friendly AutoZoner tests his battery for free. Looks like he needs a new one, so he gets the Duralast battery.
have fun and stay warm.
And he makes it to the tailgate early enough to get his favorite spot. Free battery testing and charging. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last two, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Wild Turkey Bourbon and ESPN New York are bringing you the ultimate New York game day. 2 games, 1 damn day. We're kicking things off on Saturday at Cappy's on 670 Merrick Road in Lynbrook, starting at 1 p.m. Stop by for Wild Turkey tastings, exclusive giveaways, and your chance to win an epic New York sports experience. Opening day energy in the Bronx, Knicks at night vibes, all in one unforgettable day. So grab your crew and experience Wild Turkey at Cappy's in Lynbrook this Saturday. Must be 21 or older. Drink responsibly.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Benjamin Franklin, sir, I've just received news.
Speak.
They're multiplying you.
Multiplying me?
Yes, many times.
Multiple Benjamins.
Shall I stop it?
No.
Multiply your Benjamins with New York Lottery's Extra Multiplier Scratch-Off games. Play for the chance to multiply your winnings up to 100 times. Prizes up to $3 million.
I've won! I've multiplied myself! We won!
Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
When it comes to meat and seafood, selection matters, and no one beats Wild Fork Foods. To everyday essentials, to high-quality steaks, to seafood and more, every product is blast frozen to lock in peak flavor and freshness, so you get restaurant-quality meats at home for amazing prices. Shop in person at 7 locations across Long Island and New Jersey, or you can order online for same-day delivery. It's easy, it's convenient, and the prices are wild. WildForkFoods.com.
Now it's time for traffic with Susie Cerrone.
Thanks, guys. We've got a stall on the BQE northbound north of the LIE. The right lane is out. Another stall on the Cross Bronx. It's westbound at Castle Hill Avenue. It's off onto their shoulder, but it's slow from the Bruckner. Parkway southbound at 153 in Clifton. A crash in the right lane. A stalled tractor trailer. 17 northbound at Farview Avenue in the right lane. You're backed up from 80. And a crash being cleared in Paramus. 17 northbound at Century Road. We're sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? PCA can help. They're a national nonprofit developing better people and better athletes through youth and high school sports. PositiveCoach.org. I'm Susie Cerrone for 880 ESPN New York.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Oh. Okay. Game time. Brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's jelly time.
Pink Floyd.
The Knicks and the Zards with coverage immediately following us on 880 at 7.
Wait a minute.
St. John's on the road facing DePaul.
There's not
coverage on 1050 at 740.
There's no better way to say Wizards?
The Zards?
People say the Wiz, but the Zards is the fun one. The Devils host the Blue Jackets at 7. Isles Pens at UBS at 7:30.
Like you're dreaming about big 2 points.
And the Nets
Yeah, I
and
know.
the Nets welcome in the Lakers at 7:30. If you wanted to see LeBron for cheaper, Tullamore
Why
Dew.
not?
The original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly.
If he was that bad.
Yeah, look at that.
You hear
What
that?
the hell?
Weird
Love
again?
his reaction. That was perfect.
If he was that bad.
Well,
I'm here with my family.
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
Wow.
Alan just had an I'm here with my family
I
moment.
did. Like, what is that? If he was that bad.
You weren't even on a southern trip with the Knicks, or
No,
anything.
nothing. I don't know where that came from.
Who is that?
I don't know. That's.
Do you want to announce something? Are you running for governor of Mississippi?
Yeah,
I might be. I very much might be.
This is the new Paul Feinbaum of ESPN. It's Alan Hahn.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk to the people.
Let's please talk to the people.
The people on the phone.
People on the telephone.
6-7-6. Let's start with Kyle. Wants to talk some Knickerbocker basketball. Hey, Kyle.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey, pal.
No, sorry.
I don't know what happened there.
So, I just want to kind of talk about, I've been hearing a lot about Giannis and this trade and potentially happening, and lately I'm hearing it being more tempered with Wendy's report coming out. But I've been having this kind of feeling since the start. He's an amazing player. I would love to have him on this team. But it just seems like we have to give up so much to compete with these other teams that have more assets than us. And I think the non-starter is OG Anunoby. I don't want to trade him. And it just kind of gets to the point where it's like, are we going to deplete our roster and kick the can for a championship season down the road yet again? Because if we get Giannis this year, we're going to be depleted, and it's just, we have him for the next season. So that's kind of where I'm at, and I want to hear more about that and less about, if the Knicks don't do this, they're in trouble, they lose out on another superstar. I don't want to keep hearing that narrative. I want to hear we have a second in the Eastern Conference team where we're still getting chemistry and stuff like that. Just more of a positive take. And I'm not saying it's you guys. It's just overall that's what I'm hearing is if the Knicks don't get Giannis, they're in trouble.
Well, you're going
to –
yeah, I think this is going to – there's one. Now, we probably should keep score because I'm real curious to see, like, what type of balance we're going to have between the fans who are clamoring for it, whatever it takes, you got to do it, versus the call we just got, which was more on the side of, being a little more conservative about it. So I'm curious to see, because there's going to be, I guarantee you, there's going to be like warring factions within the fan base about this before Thursday.
And I think right now what wins out is don't do anything, because tonight they're likely going to win their 7th in a row. When we open the show on Friday, and they got beat by 30 in Detroit, right? And Giannis ends up in Minnesota, I think that you'll start to see people freak out and start to kill Leon Rose for not making the deal.
Yeah.
But right now, I think the way they're playing, you're going to get more people siding with me, don't make the deal.
It's funny when you think about it, too. Look how this sets up. Thursday's so they got tonight, which they should. This is one of those you're supposed to win. They're 18-5 against teams with a losing record, so they take care of business for the most part. But then a back-to-back tomorrow night at the Garden against the Nuggets, better team. Then after the trade deadline, Friday, like you said, Don, at Detroit.
Right.
Sunday at Boston. So
we come on the air Monday and they lose. They get killed by the Pistons and
both
the
games.
Celtics. You don't have a kid
Everybody
coming if he doesn't get
apoplectic.
dealt, right? If he doesn't get dealt, there's nothing to complain about.
No.
But if he does get dealt to Minnesota or Golden State or, God forbid, the Heat.
Mutiny.
Then I think people will completely flip.
Yeah. So that's what makes this weekend. Like, if you think about it, the schedule doesn't help. It adds to the drama. And that's why I brought it up, because Minnesota, Tim Connolly's their general manager. He doesn't mess around. Look at his history. He loves making big deals. He's like Daryl Morey in Philly. Not as crazy, but he's just like Daryl Morey in Philly. And by the way, don't think Daryl Morey won't try to sneak his way into this thing too before it's all said and done.
Let's keep the Knicks convo going.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep the Knicks convo going. We got Griffin in Connecticut. Hey, Griffster.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, guys. I want to talk about the Giannis, and I think that if he goes to Minnesota or Golden State, I feel like Knicks fans will be upset, but it won't hurt as much. If he comes to me and he comes to my team and the Heat, I think that would hurt more because the Heat you're battling with. You're battling with the Heat also in the East. I know we're down there, but we're still close. We're not that far out of the play-in. We're like I think 4 games out of the play-in or something. We're 4 games close to the Knicks or 5. I'm not sure.
I'm going to tell you right
I haven't. No offense, and I'm not saying this to be arrogant. I haven't really paid much attention to Miami this year.
The Heat.
They are in the 7th spot,
and 24,
and they are 5 games back of the Knicks.
That's right.
But they're in the play-in.
Yeah, So what I'm trying to say is, if he goes to the Heat, you have him, and they also have assets to do. They're trying to get rid of Terry Rozier. They got to try to get rid of his contract. If they can try to get.
Yeah,
they have to try to get rid of it.
Well, they have to try, but you're going to have to attach a lot of some picks to it. Like it's not an easy situation.
We have Hero and Khalil Ware that we could do with picks, but I'm wondering if we could do that and throw Terry Rozier and with picks, can that work? I'm wondering if that could work.
Well, I mean, it could, but then what do you got? What do you have
you
as
got
a team?
Giannis, Bam, Norman Powell.
Yep. And
Larson has been really playing well. And then you have Jaime Jaquez Jr.
Yeah, again. Yeah. No, I think
you'd be super hyped.
So you go from 7th to maybe 5th. Like I don't think that Hero is a scorer. You need a perimeter scorer who can create for himself. Bam is not that guy. Norm Powell is a great 3-point shooter, but he's not a create for himself guy. You need a point. Somebody can handle the basketball. You don't have that.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
Can I say this? Can I say this right now?
You certainly can.
I don't want Giannis. I don't want Giannis.
Okay.
I love Tyler Hero. He's my guy.
He's
delicate. To me, if we trade for Giannis, we're going to trade Tyler Hero. This is going to hurt when Peter hurt when they lost Marcus Smart. It's going to hurt me losing Tyler Hero. I'm going to be in Peter.
Yeah, I think similarly this could be
when
the
he
move.
lost Marcus Smart.
Yeah, but then they won a title.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that we're right
I
there.
don't like. You know what, Griff?
Please get away.
We love you, but I don't think Miami has a right kind of offer for Giannis, and I don't like what that roster would look like if that's what you're doing is moving. Like Ware is a really good young center. He's got a lot of potential, and Hero, while he's fragile, but when he's he's held when he's well. He's just hurt all the time.
The only reason that Heat are a threat is because of Pat Riley. And he's in the Knicks' head about he'll swoop it, but it doesn't make as much sense.
No,
and listen,
Minnesota makes sense.
It'll still hurt Knicks fans because going out west because that meant he could have been had, and that's where the Knicks fans are going to flip out. Not worried that I don't think any Knicks fans are worried that Giannis on another team's going to hurt their chance of winning a championship. They're going to look at it as we could have had him and somebody else got him.
You want me to blow your mind with something else?
What's that?
How about this? Golden State, as I said, they're also trying to be aggressive. And what they're offering, like Jonathan Kuminga, young player, that's what they want. And picks, that's what they want. But you have to have salary to match too, so you put Kuminga and another player together, and they don't want to move Jimmy Butler. They've already reportedly promised Jimmy Butler they're not going to put him in a deal. So instead, if they put Draymond Green in there, and the Bucks won't want to keep Draymond Green, right? Because him on a bad team, they want to tank now. So him on a bad team doesn't make sense. If you're the Knicks, what if you help facilitate the deal by somehow getting Draymond Green? I don't know how you'd make it work. I don't. I don't know if they have the salary to do it. This is all hypothetical. This is reindeer games right now. But would that interest you at all to say, wait, how can they do that? And if they can, yes or no?
Well, Brown would love it, right?
Yeah, they worked together 6 years, 7 years.
I have a thorough, strong, healthy appetite for Draymond if I'm the Knicks.
It is what
really
they need,
do.
Right, Peter?
It's literally for how many years? How many years have we said, they just don't have edge? They laugh. They think everything's a joke, Don. if you could get it done in the right way where it doesn't, you don't lose too much.
A guy that would go from someone that the fans hate to an immediate hero. Like
we've seen
their favorite.
I don't know how you could do it. I don't think it's even. It might not even be possible. But like I said, we're just having fun with this stuff because it's all out there. But imagine saying we couldn't get Giannis, but we helped another team get Giannis, and instead we got this dude.
I mean, listen. Once Roger Clemens became a Yankee, anything's possible.
Yeah. You think he'd maybe he'd actually be exactly what Cat needs in his ear every day, the corner man,
dude.
Telling him like it's almost like the enforcer saying, "Don't worry, I got this."
Right.
But what is anybody going to trade for Draymond at this age and this contract?
Oh, I don't think you. That's what I mean. It's a matter of matching money. On the Knicks side,
So you just got to find. You just got to match the $25 million a year.
Yeah, which I don't know how you do it. It's 25, so it's a lot. So I don't see how you do it.
But
it's fun. It's fun to think about.
If you believed in the team right now, he's then it's a move worth making. If you believe they were right on the doorstep, Don? That's the kind of guy you add if you really think you just need some edge and some muscle.
Yeah, he guards everybody in need. Every playoff series you're in, you never worry about being punked. Right? The first time you played Detroit with him,
right?
Now all of a sudden those guys aren't flexing like they were in the last game. Like it's little things like that. Like I said, I don't know how you do it because I don't think there's money there. But it's one of those things as you see the report of the Warriors are doing this, and I'm thinking there's no way the Bucks would keep a guy like that.
No.
So they'd want to send him somewhere else. Well, I wouldn't want to see him go to Boston.
Well, that's the thing is that when he gets dealt, he's not going to get dealt to anybody but a contender that's going to need that edge.
That's it, right?
And that contender could be in the East. So how does you feel a Knicks fan that hates Draymond Green but he ends up in Boston?
Or Detroit. God.
You know, and now you hate him even more. I would definitely do that, but again, I don't know how you make it work with the money and all that. But he wouldn't stay in the
playing
Milwaukee,
games
that's
today.
for
I
sure.
know.
It's a fun reindeer game. We love reindeers. Let's go to my guy George on Long Island. Hey, George.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up?
What up?
Just want to piggyback off that first caller about the Giannis thing. I see both sides of it, you know, whether you make the deal now or hopefully in the off season. But I think they got to go for it now if he's available because Knicks have had their chance to bring in superstars to the Garden and they haven't been able to. And I think this is you need a real superstar, top 5, top 3 player to win a championship in this league. And I think him and Brunson kind of is their best chance to get it done. And then you worry about the rest later. I know we're talking about the schedule now. If they do bad, trade for Giannis, but I feel like you got to just get healthy in April and then roll the dice.
I just don't think you've got a run in you this year if you make this deal. I know you will throw this year away,
mm-hmm.
and then and then find out you could have had him in the off season,
mm-hmm.
and see what this team could do. But if you're that worried that somebody's going to scoop him up, then I can understand feeling that way. But I think it's worth rolling the dice. I think this team is worth betting on, and I'm a little surprised that Knicks fans. Some of them weren't alive to see the last time they were in an NBA Finals, are willing to throw a possible trip to the finals to get this guy now. And in no other sport would you ever have, we got no chance to win. Well, you would have said that going into the Celtics series. What happened last year?
Exactly right. Well said.
How would you feel if you threw the season away and it's not OKC representing the West?
We just saw this in the NFL. The teams that you think might end up there sometimes just don't. Philly ends up home, and now all of a sudden, Seattle's saying we got a chance to win a Super Bowl. That you can't throw these years away when you're at the top of the conference. 1-800-919-3776. More with you on this and much more right here on Don Hahn and Rosenberg.
22nd ranked St. John's looks to remain perfect on the road when they visit DePaul. Coverage begins today at 7:40 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
It may be last call for football, but FanDuel is giving you a daily profit boost every single day leading up to the big game. Today's 30% profit boost is on the rushing market. rushing yards over-under, all rushing yards, and most rushing yards. Will Kenneth Walker hit the over in rushing yards? How much will Drake May have to use his legs? All you have to do is opt in each day and place an eligible bet to use that day's profit boost. Play your game with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter. My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Empower.
After wanting one for years, Kevin is finally enjoying his new hot tub.
This is the life.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so now he could be a little bad.
Oh, no, not my phone.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin's phone may be in hot water, but his finances aren't. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
March the 20th of 2026, there's one place to be, and that place is Pickleball Heaven. Pickleball Heaven. It's a pickleball facility, massive facility, in Medford, New York. We're going to do the show there that day from 6 to 10. Then there's a tournament, and then after we win the tournament, Rick, we'll stay and watch some basketball with the people. Now, the worst part of all this is the name. Listen, I got to participate in Rickleball Madness. What do you want from me?
You're a teammate of Rickleball.
Yeah, right. You're part of the event. You're the co-headliner. If my name was Dave Pickleball, it would still be Rickleball Madness.
I think that's accurate.
I don't want this kind of pressure. I would prefer it be named after you. No, you don't. You want all the shine. No, I don't. Call whatever you want. Dave's Pickleball Extravaganza.
Sorry, Dave. We're still calling it Rickleball Madness. And it's Friday, March 20th at Pickleball Heaven in Medford, New York. More details coming soon with DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
For 100 days, I'm going to cross the 7 continents because the answers to everything important are out there at the edges of our world. I'm stepping into the unknown. Where are we going? To see our planet
This is amazing.
as it's never been seen before. From pole to pole.
Pole to Pole with Will Smith from National Geographic. Now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Show me the way.
NBA fans don't just watch the game, they live it. So stream like you're courtside with NBA League Pass.
your ticket to all the action. Watch your favorite team shine and catch the league's brightest stars and rising stars at the same time with multi-view on your favorite devices. From the plays you can't believe to the most live games and the drama that comes with it. If it happens on the court, it's happening on NBA League Pass.
Only select out-of-market games available. Blackout restrictions apply. Additional charges and other conditions may apply. Visit NBA.com/subscriber agreement for full terms and conditions.
Wild Turkey Bourbon and ESPN New York are bringing you the ultimate New York game day. 2 games, 1 damn day. We're kicking things off on Saturday at Cappy's on 670 Merrick Road in Lynbrook, starting at 1 p.m. Stop by for Wild Turkey tastings, exclusive giveaways, and your chance to win an epic New York sports experience. Opening day energy in the Bronx, Knicks at night vibes, all in one unforgettable day. So grab your crew and experience Wild Turkey at Cappy's in Lynbrook this Saturday. Must be 21 or older. Drink responsibly.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
3:51 on this Tuesday in New York City. Don, how are you feeling about this?
I like BTO.
Never was
they're
a fan.
Canadian. Bachman-Turner Overdrive?
Nothing.
Yeah,
Doesn't do
no
anything
movement.
for you?
Never really did it for me.
That's
I don't
all
know
right.
them at all.
But it doesn't mean anything.
What's their biggest song? Is that it?
That might be it. There's another one.
I know
can't
nothing
think
about
of
these
off the top
people.
of my head.
No. Who are these people?
BTO. Bachman-Turner Overdrive.
You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet is the biggest song.
That's this one.
That
was what
that's that one?
Yeah.
And there was another one, too.
No, they got Taking Care of Business.
They have
you know
taken care
that.
of business.
Taking care of business
every
It's
day.
all right.
That is definitely the biggest one.
That one
is
wasn't
no
terrible.
question.
Taking care of business has to be the big. It's in like every movie from the 70s.
It's in every. That is, if guys, the sad part is, if I ended up in a situation where they said, "Tell us the name of this artist," and they played "Taking Care of Business," dead. I'd just be dead.
What's tomorrow?
Whitish Wednesday.
There you go.
Use it.
Are you using it on your YouTube show?
So we have not done it yet.
So can we take it? I think we do better with it.
Can't we do better with it?
No, we can't play music here. It would be the same problem.
Well, no, we're still here, okay?
Yeah.
For you know,
we can't play
still have
music on the radio
880,
either.
We still stream. Yes, we can.
No, for all we have is like 20 seconds.
20 seconds
That's
enough.
all you need.
I mean, listen, we could steal a version of it.
Well,
sure,
can we?
not gonna put
I
ourselves
think we
out.
could do a sports version, maybe.
I like that.
Sports.
What would you call it?
Hockey.
It's just called hockey.
That's
it.
whitish. I mean, that is whitish.
So it's just called the hockey segment. 1-800-919-3776.
We name random hockey players, and can Peter
That's right.
place him? Is he a hockey
Yeah.
player, or did we make this up?
Yeah,
Peter,
that
Pierre LaRouche. Hockey player or prime minister?
I'm going hockey player for Pierre LaRouche.
No, very, very well done. Well done.
We did play, and actually people struggled. It was a bunch of years ago. U.S. Senator or Winnipeg Jet? Mark Scheifele.
Senator
Tyler
Scheifele.
Hellebuck.
Well, I just feel comfortable, Don, knowing that you're only going to know Jets.
Yeah,
so if it
I
comes
think
from
you're
you,
right.
it feels good.
Right.
All right, well, listen, we didn't know exactly, truth be told, guys, where we were going to go today. And it really seems like it's feeling like a Knicks hour at the very least. And we will get to the Matt Nagy of it all, and Giants fans, certainly. Can the Jets get things done and bring and lock things up with Frank Reich? We'll get to that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But let's start off with Paul in Uniondale. What's up, Paul?
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
Good.
Good.
Good. Listen, I have a couple of things with this potential Giannis deal. I would like to go position by position. If we were to make a trade for Giannis, let's go and put a team together, position by position, and determine whether or not that team with Giannis can compete for a title. Now, a couple of things you got to understand about Giannis's game. Giannis is a ball-dominant player. So you bring in a ball-dominant player who is not going to age well. His game is predicated on athleticism. Okay, so you have to understand what you're getting. He's not a good jump shooter, so, you're not going to get someone who's got moves in the post. He's not a Jokic. So those are things that I think you need to consider in terms of his type. But I want to go position by position with Giannis. Give me a lineup and give me a potential bench, including Giannis, that could compete for a title. Because I'm afraid that gutting this roster, people have mentioned that, but let's go position by position. Let's try to talk and put together a team that you think can win a title with Giannis and what you would have to give up to get him.
You mean a Knicks team?
Yeah.
Yes.
What version of a Knicks team?
A resultant Knicks team.
Well, first and foremost, what you'll have to do is find the team that would want the obvious salary match, which is Towns. But while doing that, you're also then saying, now I have to commit an extension to Mitchell Robinson, who we know they have to load manage. He's not playing tonight. They have a back-to-back, and tomorrow is a home game, and you always favor the home game. So you've got to keep that in mind, which means now you'd also have to figure out, we need another center because we know Mitchell Robinson can't play every game, so we're going to need a legitimate center. So now you'd have to find that somehow. That's why I said it's so complicated in season, right?
Right.
I don't think when you say gut the roster, I want to make it clear to everybody, you're not going to trade 5 players unless the Bucks want you to take, Miles Turner from them or Kyle Kuzma from them because they don't want those contracts. And now you're having to put together a bunch of players to match salary. So that's why it's really hard to have this exercise on the air because it will get boring within 30 seconds.
Well, and also the reason I think that they would be gutted or have no chance to make a run is because in all likelihood you wouldn't have Giannis until like the middle of March.
Yeah, that too.
So how far do you drop when you're going to be shorthanded, whoever you had to trade, and then no Giannis? And then disrupting the chemistry, and that's why during the offseason it's so much better.
It makes more sense.
If I can keep OG and then I have Giannis, and
you have to keep OG.
I'm ready to dance. I'm ready to dance.
You have to. Yeah.
We discussed that yesterday.
Yeah.
You can't, that piece is
right.
That's a domino that makes everything kind of fall apart.
Yeah. Did one of you say non-negotiable yesterday? Because I believe
Peter said
that was the word. I believe.
Because listen, their record, 90-36, or was it 90-46? I think the record when he's in the lineup, and he's been healthy over the last couple of years. So, and then will they always next year? Are they going to have to load manage Robinson again, or is he going to be healthy enough that now he could start?
I have a feeling this is probably going to be the norm because he's had 2 surgeries on that foot.
All right, but we're going to have him more times than not with OG, with Giannis, Brunson, Hart. I mean, that's a championship lineup, no? Can I also throw out other things? Again, like if you're not going to go big swing for the guy who makes $60 million a year and who's going to command a 4-year, $275 million extension in October, can I also throw out that other things you could do off-season, if you're not satisfied with what you saw, is Oklahoma City's probably going to want to move on from Isaiah Hartenstein because they're being careful with their money. Oh, there you go.
And they've got, and he's going to be coming up to an end of his deal, believe it or not, coming close to where it's extension or trade him. And there's some whispers that he could end up being the odd man out there because their young guys are all going to be up now. You got to start paying some of these guys. It's not going to be easy. So if you can bring Hartenstein back, it's all little things like that I think you've just got to stay. You have to have the agility to make moves like that. If you make a Giannis move, it really does limit anything else you can do.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll continue Knicks because the phones are just absolutely lit on the prospect of Giannis or not. Plus, we will get to Matt Nagy and the Giants and much more on a Tuesday on Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Hi, this is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. I've talked about how a construction accident took my father's leg. The heavy prosthetic he wore looked nothing like the high-tech limbs we have today. It was crude wood and metal, held together by bolts that dug into his skin and left painful ulcers. But the thing I remember about my dad is how he never complained. He put on his prosthetic leg and he went to work. He coached my baseball teams, danced, sang karaoke, and even loved to travel. He may have limped, but he always held his head up high and he lived with dignity. At D'Agostino & Associates, I spent over 35 years building a law firm that helps accident victims and those in need of their Social Security disability benefits. We fight till our clients get the money and dignity they deserve. So call us today at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey. So don't tell me personal injuries aren't personal. I know what they can cost a family. I've been there, and I'll be there for you. D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, is making every moment of Super Bowl 60 count with DraftKings Live Millions, featuring over $5 million in prizes. Here's how it works. Open the DraftKings Sportsbook app, opt in, and get your promo token. Place a live bet of $1 or more on the Super Bowl, and you're in. And every live bet means another shot to win. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet live for your share of $5 million in prizes with code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY and 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Minimum odds minus 500. Prizes either bonus bets or single use 20% profit boost. Max bet $20 that expire in 30 days. See official rules at sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos for entry period and free method of entry. Sponsored by Crown Gaming Inc.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Rain on game day doesn't faze Dave. He's already got his poncho. Just needs to do something about those wipers. So Dave heads to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone,
where a friendly AutoZoner helps him get premium quiet wipers and some hand warmers.
You're all set.
Now, if only his team can handle the elements as well as his new wipers. Get wipers, glass cleaner, and more with no hassles, just help at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
4:02 in the big city, and we are talking a lot of Knicks right now. We also have to talk about the fact if you're late to the program, you may have missed earlier when Alan Hahn stroked out and had a southern accent.
If he was that bad.
Now,
What
it would
the
be
hell?
understandable if the Knicks were on, what would the
We were
trip
like
be?
if we went from Atlanta to Charlotte,
Atlanta,
like some
Charlotte,
type
Memphis.
I glitched. It happens, man.
There's a reason why it happened. I
give you credit, Don. You spent an inordinate amount of time in Canada, and not once did you give like an A, a boot.
Yeah.
You didn't do any of that.
No.
You stayed strong. Stayed Jersey strong. Very, very proud of you.
But you weren't even down south to get this accent.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to me. I'm breaking down, boys. It's happening. It's happening. I'm completely losing it.
Well, now can I ask you guys a question?
Please.
You just did.
Can I ask you guys a second question?
That was a run.
You just did.
Tell me how you feel about the fact that what do you think about if someone puts up a post like the tribute? I call it no less than a tribute that I made for Michael K yesterday. The one I read it to you guys on the air.
Yes.
If one does a post like that, what do you think the obligation is of the person the post is about?
Oh, good Lord. Nothing.
This is a very, very good question.
I'm saying nothing.
No, Alan's going to give us his holier than thou. You don't do it. That's not why you do it. Blah, blah, blah. Don, you and I live in the real world,
All right,
okay?
I'm gonna tell you
We're
what
talking manners. We're talking
but you're telling on yourself. You're telling on yourself. By saying this, you're telling on yourself. No.
Can't both be true. Can't both be true that you mean it and you want to express it and you still want the validation back. Can't both be true.
I guess,
I'm just a human.
But you shouldn't be seeking the validation. Your
You're
feelings
right.
were expressed. Let's keep it moving.
But the fact that the recipient talks this way, so I think that gives the right for Peter to do this, because this is the exact same thing that would happen if Michael paid tribute to him. And
Great.
No
Well, we
Great
know
point by Don.
that's a totally different conversation. Am I saying that he wouldn't be the same way?
Right, but I'm just saying
I'm
the
not
fact
saying
that he would be that way now gives Peter the right to do it.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you very much.
When I got the devil, when I got the devil job, there was a lot of people that tweeted me, congratulating me, and so what I would do is I'd like the post. And I would reach out to the person if I knew them personally and say, thank you for the compliment or thank you for the congratulations. So if I were Michael, I'd like the post, and then I would send a personal text saying, that was really nice that you did that. Thank you. That's how I would handle it if I were Michael.
You're not a comment on the post kind of guy.
Not because I can comment to you personally. Because now what we're doing is we're playing reindeer games in the sense of we're taking our personal relationship and now we're using the platform to communicate. We don't have to do that. We have each other's phone numbers. You want to go public with the tribute. That's why you use social media. But the thank yous and stuff, that could all be done, behind the scenes. It's not necessary to use the platform to kind of pat each other on the back, So you like the post to acknowledge to the world that you saw it and that you appreciate it, and then you get back to the person privately. That's how I'd handle it.
Now, I don't know. Let me look here. I don't know if he liked the post. It got a lot of likes.
Does he spend a lot of time on Instagram, though? Did he even see it?
So
did he
yes.
even see it?
He did like it.
Oh,
Okay.
well, then he saw it. Did
He
he
liked
comment?
I did not see a comment by him.
But he liked it.
I just saw now that he liked it.
Now,
But no comment.
Now, in
Now,
fairness,
Go ahead.
today's Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
All right, that's the day that Michael's in.
Let's talk about it Tuesday.
He probably liked it and anticipated seeing you. I suspect you'll probably get a text sometime tonight.
Well, that would be possible what you're saying, except I already reached out to him to ask if he'd seen the post.
Why?
That's so like me.
Like what?
Like me.
Did you send him did you link him? Like send the link? Hey, in case you missed it, I said nice things.
Right.
This is where I feel like that's I can't.
I didn't link him. All I wrote was, I said, you missed my beautiful post on Instagram with a question mark.
And you text him that?
Yes, direct.
Okay.
And he responded, I saw it. Period. Lovely. Period.
Whoa. I thought
so not
he was
even an
just,
exclamation point.
I thought it was I saw it and then he hit send.
Does Michael K. hate Peter Rosenberg Part 3?
Yeah, here we go. Let's feed
Fire
this.
up another article.
Let's feed
I
this.
saw it.
Send.
Lovely.
He did say lovely.
I
said lovely.
I don't know. It's not it's feeling frosty.
But you know what?
It's feeling frosty.
No.
It's only frosty because you got impatient and couldn't have waited. I think he would have texted that to you without you having to reach out. I'm telling you, he probably thought he was going to see you today because he doesn't know the Devil's schedule. He probably figured we're all going to be in.
Yep.
And then he realized, all right, I'm not going to see Peter. And then when he got home, probably would have texted, thank you, that was awful nice of you.
You think he's still mad that none of us went to his birthday party? And he just can't be nice right now?
I heard he said something on the air about it, but I never heard what he said.
I didn't hear anything.
Anthony, what did he say on the show yesterday?
I couldn't find it. I heard about this, but I was unable to find.
What did you hear?
It's a mystery.
That he was upset that a bunch of people that were invited didn't go.
No, listen, I would be upset too if I invited a bunch of people and they all declined.
Yeah.
But it was a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Not that he knows my schedule, but I live far away. I got home like at 3:00 that morning from Ottawa. It was really difficult, and I just come back from a West Coast trip.
Yeah.
Rick lives way out on Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, hey, Rick is not your business. That's their best friendship. I don't want to hear it. Rick should have been there with bells on, the kind of relationship they have, from what we've been told.
I wanted to go. It couldn't work. But I can understand him being away about it. But I think you got to treat each person individually and find out why. I reached out to him, said, sorry, I couldn't make it.
But here's what the problem is. The problem is the collective. So you may have a lot of good reasons that people don't come to a birthday or a celebration, but if the result, Don, in the end is that it's like nobody came, it still ends up feeling like, what the hell?
We're a very busy radio station.
Yeah, well, listen. He should feel good about. He should feel
Well,
good
was he
about
sitting
the fact
alone
that
at
that's
a
generally the way
table
the office
looking-
is every day.
Was he sitting alone at a table looking at a
No.
birthday cake with nobody sitting around him?
I am sure there were
Absolutely
tons
not.
of people that were there. He's got friends.
He
He's
said it was
got
great.
People over at Yes, the Yankees.
Yeah.
It just listen. We're spread out pretty far.
Yep.
But I can understand him feeling a way that I don't know how many people he invited from the station, but I'd probably be started at like what happened.
Yeah.
And
You'd want to know.
There's probably
Like,
some people.
why weren't
that
you
he-
there? Yeah, I get it.
But I shouldn't be lumped in with everybody in the same feeling, right? I mean, we all had our reasons, and if somebody's reason isn't good, be mad at them for it.
Well, I hope he had a great birthday. I actually felt pretty bummed that I couldn't do it, and that's why it meant so much that I tried to put together a truly rousing tribute on Instagram.
You are a gutless puke.
And all I got was, when I saw it, lovely.
I'm shocked
Total.
that you would cast aspersions on people's looks when you're hideous in your own right.
What would you ask? What would you want him to say? I mean, you didn't paint a mural. I mean, you're very hip to social media. I'm sure it didn't take a ton of time to do. It was nice that you did it. He said it was
Can I tell you
lovely.
the truth? Can I tell you the truth?
Yes.
As opposed to like a text message to someone that says, happy birthday, or my number one thing that will get you to be dead to me for life. Just writing HBD. As far as I'm concerned, you might as well write SMD. Once you write HBD, you know what I mean?
You're an idiot. Your sister smells, and she's ugly.
Did you
HBD.
just say what I think you said?
Yeah, he did.
That's good for you.
These are letters.
I know they're letters, but again, our audience isn't stupid. They can figure out what you said.
So I just think HBD is as
when
big
I
as
say EMA, there is some mystery to it.
No, there isn't.
EMA. When
There is.
There's not a lot of mystery. You can figure it out quick.
A lot more mystery than yours.
But I think what you're supposed to do is just blow past it then. No pun intended. Now, I'll just say this, though.
Yes.
And if you write HBD to me, you're dead. You didn't have enough time to write happy birthday. Text message makes it pretty easy. No one's asking you to make a phone call. You're just shooting a text. You can't write out the words happy and birthday. I got no time for you. But I will say this, Tom. My tribute, you asked, finding the pictures and actually compiling the right thing, no BS, took me 30, 40 minutes.
All right.
That's
Well,
an
that's
actual
not
effort.
nothing. But he may not know that. He may not realize that.
Now, if someone did a tribute to you, I think my response, rather than I saw it, lovely, would be something like, wow, Don, I saw what you did. That was so thoughtful. I really appreciate it. Something like to that extent.
I might even. I know this irritates people because this is a part of my personality that I know rubs people the wrong way. I'm a caller. I might.
No, you might
reach out.
call. You might call.
And I know that bothers some people because we live in a text world, and there's sometimes I'm in the car and it's easier to call, and I can tell I annoy people when I do that.
I respect it, though.
But I think I might have reached out and called and said, "Thank. That was really nice of you, Peter. You didn't have to do that."
You know what, Don? It didn't happen, but you're welcome. And guess what? Now you got me thinking about it. Come the big 5'9", right around the corner.
No,
Right around the
5'8's around the corner.
5'8" around the corner.
I'm 57 right now on the 13th.
You'll be 53 on Saturday. Wow, we're officially there, Don. You're 57. You'll be 53 on Saturday. You're right there.
Yeah,
I'm 57. I'll be 53 next Saturday.
Wow.
ESPN.
We might be there. We're almost to the exact moment, right?
What was the context of that?
It's called a stroke.
Yeah, no, we've had it. Peter's got your penalty's a helmet. You just broke out into a southern accent.
He was that
bad. I don't know if I've got. Do I have a stroke out moment in drop?
Oh, I'm
the
sure
Yankees
you
have
do.
played 7 doubleheaders this year, Don and Peter. That's 14 games. What do you think their record is?
6-1.
But there was logic to that. I was going by the actual.
No, we get it.
Yeah, but
So
And then
to
add
answer
10.
your question,
6.
Alex,
Then
Here we
divided
go.
by 4.
12.
No. 20. No.
This is
Alan,
old man radio.
So that's my list today on Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of February.
I have a stroke page, if you're interested.
You have a stroke page.
There's a page of stroke.
That's not something you should really reveal.
No,
Yeah,
that's
Alan
that's a
has
very private
stroke page,
thing.
too. It's bookmarked on his iPad.
We should have a stroke bracket now.
Oh God!
I think Drop
Oh, my
Madness
God.
should have a stroke bracket.
Anthony, that's a drop for Anthony.
Please stay safe, everybody. Stay indoors. Be very wash handy.
I thought, Don, I always thought the stroke bracket was when we played Gigi drops on the show. That was
easy.
Oh wait, you're really feeling it now, aren't you?
Easy.
Oh boy,
See you guys.
gave you a little taste, and now you're down in the whole thing.
oh my God!
It's gotten worse.
I'm gonna
Oh,
take a phone
my
call.
God.
I'm gonna take
Click.
a phone call.
Click.
I'm gonna take a phone call.
Yes.
Let's go to. Okay, let's switch. You know what? Let's switch things up altogether. Let's go to Dave in the car.
Hey, Dave.
Dave wants to talk some Tish. What do you got, Dave?
Guys, thanks for having me on, and I apologize for yelling in the guys' ear. But wanted to ask the question to you guys. I'm a little bit, or should I say, I'm very aggravated by the NFL with this Tish information.
Okay.
Now, I know there has to be an investigation,
Right.
but, you know, from what I've read, you know, when you're dealing with this Epstein person, you know you're dealing with someone who's peddling the flesh, okay? And kids go to football games. Kids buy the memorabilia. Kids buy the jerseys. Families attend games. For God's sakes, you have people who were protesting Michael Vick saying he should be put in jail and never be allowed to play football and protesting his stadiums. This is a really big thing, and it's not getting its due in the press.
Well,
what are your thoughts? You're
I think it's
family
getting
men, you have kids. Talk to me.
It's first of all, it's getting plenty of due in the press. I think we were the first show to talk about it. Second of all, the league legally can't say or do anything until they do their own investigation and until any other legal processes happens. This is simply, it's an email, there's correspondence. Now we've got to figure out what happened from there.
Right.
And whether they can get any more information about it. This is what happens now. And we got to be careful. As salacious as this sounds, looks, and we all know what it's about. So I'm not trying to say there's nothing wrong. We know there's something wrong. But keep in mind, we can't go to the town square and hang the man just because everybody's mad. You got to give it a process.
Well, I think that there are people that are outraged by this, but there is due process, all right? And the NFL, it sounds like they're kicking the can down the road because they got a Super Bowl and everything else.
Exactly.
What do you want them to do? First of all,
and there could be more done. So you can't act here and now it's like, wait, there's more. Now we got to just trust me.
It's going to play itself out. All right. Everybody wants things to be done immediately,
right away. Right.
All right.
Tar and feather.
There's nothing wrong with taking the time to do due diligence on both sides. All right. Right now, based on his response, that there was obviously adult women involved, and that he knew Epstein 5 years after he was a registered sex offender. That's what we know.
Yep.
That he had a relationship with him after we already known it was public that he was a sex offender, and it involved adult women. We don't know if he paid for those women. We don't know if it's prostitution. We don't know. So it's worth finding out that. So if you just based off of what we know now, yeah, maybe you could suspend them off of that. But then what do you do a month from now if we find out it's even worse than that?
Mm-hmm.
Or we find out it's only that?
But
what is so wrong with waiting and seeing how it plays out? Plus, he may not be the only owner involved. So why not wait till we get as much information as possible and they can all be dealt with collectively? There's nothing wrong with waiting it out to see the process and to sit there and people aren't outraged. Clearly, you're outraged. You called. We talked about it. But I'm sorry, there is a due process in this world. He is due that due process. And there's nothing legally the NFL can do. You can't make somebody sell their team based off of that information.
Yeah, emails is not enough. They would need more than that. Now, is there enough? Could there be enough in the emails to lead to a full-on investigation, including interviews, conversations, and then if they are to find out that Tish had been using Epstein to rendezvous with different escorts and things of that nature, could that then be enough for that? Yeah, we'll see if it warrants an investigation. That would be the key.
other than satisfying the general public that wants his steak on a head immediately, why not wait? Why not wait till you get as much information as possible? The Epstein file stuff is trickling out like a leaky faucet, all right? At some point, I would guess everything is going to come out, more information is going to come out, and you'll deal with it. At some point, they're going to have to go based on what they have, and the owners all have to agree. Roger Goodell just can't force him to sell the team. The owners all have to vote on that. All right?
That's the part that people have to understand.
Are any of the owners going to vote on that if they might think that their name might be leaked out in a couple of weeks, or somebody they know, or somebody involved in their organization? So
all of that.
There's nothing wrong with waiting.
And like you said at the very beginning, Don, there's the biggest game of the year that is 6 days away or 5 days away. That's why you talk on Monday, so that by Thursday we're not dealing with it. Doesn't mean they won't, but this is not the time for the league to deal with it when there really isn't anything more you can do other than, all right, well, we got to put some time into this now, don't we? And that also would be led by owners. There's got to be some committee within the owners that comes up with the plan of this is how we're going to attack this. It's a dicey situation among billionaires, and we know how they all are with each other. So, yes, outrage, yes. Talk about it, yes. We've done all that. But action, that's going to take a while.
But to say there's outrage. But
there's absolutely outrage.
But let's also be fair to most people. They're outraged, and then that ball's going to kick off on Sunday, just like the deer antler spray before the Ravens Super Bowl. Remember with Ray Lewis?
Yep.
That was a big deal. That dominated. Remember, Peter? That dominated Radio Row until kickoff, and then it was all about.
Forgot about that, by the way.
See,
totally forgot.
Mm-hmm.
So
1-800-919-3776. We still have a lot of people to get to. We haven't been able to speak to yet because, well, this segment we were talking about God knows what. But Eitan, Rob, Drake, Gilberto, Derek, Nas, we'll get to all of you guys right here. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
March the 20th of 2026, there's one place to be. And that place is Pickleball Heaven. Pickleball Heaven. It's a pickleball facility, massive facility, in Medford, New York. We're going to do the show there that day from 6 to 10. Then there's a tournament. And then after we win the tournament, Rick, we'll stay and watch some basketball with the people. Now, the worst part of all this is the name. Listen, I got to participate in Rickleball Madness. What do you want from me?
You're a teammate of Rickleball.
Yeah, right. You're part of the event. You're the co-headliner. If my name was Dave Pickleball, it would still be Rickleball Madness.
I think that's accurate.
I don't want this kind of pressure. I would prefer be named after you.
No, you don't. You want all the shine.
No, I don't. Call whatever you want.
Dave's Pickleball Extravaganza.
Sorry, Dave. We're still calling it Rickleball Madness. And it's Friday, March 20th at Pickleball Heaven in Medford, New York. More details coming soon with DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 60, puts you right in the center of the biggest game of the year. And when anything can happen during the Super Bowl, DraftKings has your back with early exit. If a player goes down in the first half, you still get paid out in cash immediately once your bet settles. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Amber and Ian. That's code Amber and Ian to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 plus in most states. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
You remember what it feels like to move without thinking about pain? To get up, sit up, walk, work, or live without that constant ache? If neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica took that away from you, it's time to get it back. I'm Bart Scott. Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain is the guy you need. Ivy League trained, double board certified, no surgery, no scars, no long recovery, just precise image-guided non-surgical treatments designed to get you feeling strong again. With offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, and most major insurances are accepted, there is no reason to wait. Go to SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old.
She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Now it's time for traffic with Susie Cerrone.
Thanks, guys. Boy, is it busy in the boroughs. There is an accident on the Belt Eastman at Ocean Parkway, blocking 2 lanes. You're backed up from 4th Avenue. Crash on the FDR northbound at the RFK Triborough Bridge. It's in the left lane. You're backed up from the Teens. Crash on the LIE Eastman at Main Street. There is an accident on the Van Wyck northbound at Jewel Avenue that has the right lane out. Cross Bronx to the outbound George, at least 40 minutes. We're sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? PCA can help. They're a national nonprofit developing better people and better athletes through youth and high school sports. PositiveCoach.org. I'm Susie Cerrone for 880 ESPN New York.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee, not just any tee, the band tee. You wore it everywhere until your best friend stole it. Now you're on eBay, and there it is. Same tee from the same tour. The things you love have a way of finding their way back to you, especially on eBay. Where else can you find that mint trading card you searched everywhere for, or your first car, the one you wish you never sold? It has to be eBay. Shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
Sometimes you just can't take it anymore.
You're done. I'm done.
This is Let's Talk About It Tuesday.
And it's a really
with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
It's this upsetting moment to relive Ed when I lost my mind, but that day is not today. Feeling better about things at this moment. And it's time for Talk About It Tuesday on this Tuesday, February 3rd, Super Bowl week. You know, there's no talk about it like a Super Bowl talk about it. And with that, I pass the rock to my good friend Alan Hahn. Alan?
Well, I have two.
Ooh, good.
Because one of them is today, and the other one was the one I forgot last week.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes.
Which one would you want first?
Let's go in order. The one you forgot last week.
Okay. The one I forgot last week was, let's talk about how much, now that we're on YouTube, and everybody that is watching us, we appreciate all of you guys, and especially all you crazies in the chat. It's always so much fun to follow it, although have not been able to do it today or recently. But I consume a lot of YouTube. And I don't know if you've noticed how much both of you consume YouTube or not. Have you noticed, though, there's ads, of course.
Mm-hmm.
The ads have become more and more AI-driven. And it's getting kind of scary. Because, not that I'm gullible, like I watch it and right away you're like, that's AI. This is ridiculous. It's the fact that a lot of these companies think we're stupid, which tells me that there must be people out there that are that dumb that they fall for this stuff. Have you seen these commercials where it's a fake human in a fake world, but it looks very real, and they're talking to you? They come in with like the shocking statement or question about whatever it is that's happening in your life that you need their product for. Then they create a struggle, something painful, something hurtful that happened that caused us to make this product, or this person who was a NASA physicist or a Yale honors student that came up with this amazing technology and the government doesn't want you to know about it. It sells you stuff like this. Then it tells you we got to sell them as fast as we can before they find out. So they give you the urgency. Then they say, we want you to have it, so we're going to give you this deal. Then they create fake reviews of the product with fake people.
Wow.
And then at the very end, they tell you it has to happen now. Click here, QR code, which is also dangerous, folks, and many other things that by the end of the commercial, there's so much anxiety. Like, you watch these, and it's like, are people really? And I worry. Number one, I worry about, like, my in-laws. My father-in-law watched a lot of YouTube, and as many times I have to tell him, like, no, that's not real. Like, that's not real. What they're saying is made up. That's not real. Like, that's not happening. Bomb cyclone, that's real. And that's a scary name for something that is basically a winter storm.
Big storm. Yeah.
But they use those terms. But there's some other things that are said, and they use this, the government doesn't want you to know. And if you're in New York State and you pay this, they're taking money out of your pocket, whatever it is. It creates anxiety in people. We don't need that. We don't need it. There's enough anxiety in the world to do this to people who might be a little gullible. So I've been watching these, and a lot of times it's skip. You just want to skip through it. But sometimes you just wait through the however many seconds because you just don't want so many commercials coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes you got to sit through them. And it's scary to me how many of these now are starting to become commonplace. And they all follow the same script. If you've seen it, like, if you know, you know. But I'm just saying, it's something to me I needed to get out because I don't know how many people realize that it's all fake and the product's probably a scam. And so it's just, I can't believe YouTube doesn't have any regulations about these commercials where they say, like, no, you can't do that. You can't create fake reviews and put them in your commercial. You can't put a QR code up that sends you somewhere that you probably don't want to go. It's so bizarre, but yet there's no regulation on it.
It's the wild, wild west in so much of this stuff. It's the worst. And to your point, Alan, you got older folks, and if those older folks happen to be, like, maybe on their own, and they don't have
scared
kids around to sort of, they can start getting caught up in really watching a lot of things and taking them as facts that are not.
They're not real. They're not real. Like, they create a news background with a news desk and a guy in a suit and a tie who looks like somebody that would be a news anchor telling you something that is not factually correct at all. And that, and then you look closely and you realize, okay, a little blurry in the background, and the guy's tie doesn't really go up to the collar. Like, nothing makes sense there. Like, nothing's real. And then when he turns his head, he has three eyes. Like little things that you watch and you go, wait, no, that's not real. That's not a real person. But it looks so real that it is creating, I think, in some people a lot of confusion, a lot of anxiety, and it's only adding to what we don't need in our world, which is stuff like that. So, again, I saw it so many times, I said, I want to talk about this with the guys. I can tell neither one of you know what I'm talking about, so I'll move on.
I don't fully know. I don't fully know the ads.
I'm sure the guys in the chat who are watching on YouTube know what I'm talking about.
I guess I hit skip really fast.
Yeah, but eventually you got to watch a whole commercial. Like, eventually you're going to get to that point where you don't have a choice.
You mean if you're watching something that's extended for long enough?
Oh, yeah. A documentary or whatever it is you're watching. Like, you're going to have to eventually watch through a commercial. Like, I watch a lot of post-game stuff, like, NBA. And so because some of the the coach at the podium is, 10 minutes, sometimes you're going to have to sit through at least one full run of commercials. So there's some products. I don't want to name them, but there's some products where I'm like, this again, like it's not real. Like, none of that's real.
Now, have you actually done the work to know that these things are actually legit, or you can just tell?
Well, A, you can tell, but B, yes, I have. I have actually done some research to just say, like, what is this? And then it'll tell you. And that there's actually, I looked this up and I have it on my page here, a typical AI commercial script structure that you follow. And it tells you this is what you follow, how you make these types of commercials on YouTube. So there's even demos on how to do this.
You know what it's making me think, Alan?
What?
And I've actually been having this thought recently.
George Orwell?
That, of course, but like I'm at the point where of all the money I spend, I'm starting to think that YouTube Premium may be a worthwhile expenditure.
Yeah, I think you still have to watch commercials there, though. Not at all.
Dead.
Well,
Gone.
that would be a beautiful existence. But anyway,
I like you acting it's not possible. I think it's 1999. I'm not saying that's not real money, but I mean it's out there for you.
Yeah, no, look, but that's one. So, all right, I had to get that off my chest because I forgot about it last
two?
week. The other one is a little more of a happier thing because we all sit in traffic. We all deal with this. We've talked about this many times before, our behaviors as humans in traffic. Something happened today that for the first time I was like, that was awesome. So there's construction on the LIE in Queens over by Left Rack City. And so everybody's maneuvering around it, trying to take okie dokes, all that stuff. So when we do that, we're all jammed into this, bottleneck. And then there's people that are just grass passing and using lanes that aren't supposed to be lanes, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. So there was one person that cut me off or tried to, and you're fighting him and he's giving wave and whatever. So he moves on. So another van pulls up and they realize they're in a lane that's about to end. And before he noses in, which is what we do here in New York, he opens his window and he puts out prayer hands out the window.
How does he do that?
Literally took his hands off the wheel and put prayer hands out the window towards me as if to say, please. So I obliged. And then once he got in the lane, he opened his window again and he did
waved
a heart hand.
Okay, all right.
And he did that.
No, it's too much. It's too much.
And I was like, all right, that's different.
No,
I thought that was kind of nice.
I think a wave would have done the trick.
A wave would have been great. Thumbs up would have been great. Any of that stuff would have been great. Heart hands, that was extra.
How old is this guy?
He looked to be like in his probably late 20s, early 30s. Youngish.
Heart hands.
Yeah.
Heart hands.
Yeah.
Huh?
So how do we feel about the prayer hands, heart hands, rather than the wave, like, can I come in? And then then the hand up, thank you. How do we feel about this? Is this like the new age thing? I got to admit, the heart thing kind of made me laugh. So it was worth it. I let him cut.
I thought it was trying too hard, bro.
You think it's trying too hard?
The hand represents everything he was trying to do, except he was trying too hard. Just put the hand up or a thumbs up, some kind of acknowledgement like I'm appreciative. Now we got to bring God into it.
Yeah, like you can't pray to me.
It's not bad. It just,
I think that was more of a please. Like a please.
Yeah.
And I was like, go ahead. You said please. Go for it. Please. And then the heart out the window.
A grown adult man.
You don't think that was funny?
Heart is very odd.
The fact that he took his hands off both hands off the wheel twice.
Both, but I don't like that's the problem. Why did both?
Well, we weren't doing 55. We were crawling at like 5 miles an hour. So it wasn't that, we're by Woodhaven Boulevard. It's not like we're moving. But it was just, I thought it was funny. It just
I don't know. The only male I think is allowed to do it, and barely, is Justin Bieber.
I think Bieber's days of throwing.
Yeah, and I think even he would say, you know what, I quit that about 4 years ago.
Yeah, that's not Justin Bieber.
My daughter does. My 8-year-old daughter does.
I understand. Yeah. All right, so we're out on that. We don't like that. I found it to be, it made me smile, and not a lot of things when you sit in traffic makes you smile. That made me smile.
Don, Justin Bieber is 31. He's not giving you the heart hands.
No, and it might have been 4 or 5 years since he did it.
Is he aging backwards?
Yeah,
feels like he's been in his 20s for 20 years.
Benjamin Button.
No, I mean, for me, 31 seems right. I mean, he got famous at literally 13.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Time's going by too quickly.
All right, well, that's all I got, boys. Sorry.
Right.
I thought one of them had to move you. Neither one did, so.
I've got one.
What do you want us to do?
I don't know. No. I'm blaming myself. I'm pointing the thumb.
I enjoyed them both. I thought
I had two ideas. I thought,
and they both flamed out, is what you're saying.
And they both just.
I'm not going to say that. The AI kind of just disturbed me, and I wasn't.
That is disturbing, though.
I wasn't. There's something there's something that happens to me during commercial breaks, whether it's on the tablet or if I'm forced to watch them during sporting events. Because if I DVR something, I'm going to skip through the commercials, right? Where I completely zone out and don't notice anything during the commercial. Nancy will say to me, "Wasn't that funny?" I was like, I was staring at it. I don't even know what my brain won't accept commercials anymore. So I might have seen these AI things, and I think my mind just completely erased it or didn't acknowledge its existence immediately.
Yeah.
And I think that's a gift from God.
That is a great thing to be able to do that. Great thing.
Now, my little gripe, and it's on ESPN tonight, is the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
And it always gets relatively speaking, gets a really good number compared to the other all-star games in professional sports. 8 million people watch it, but the last football game, 50 million people watch. So it's still not great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Shedeur Sanders is in the Pro Bowl. Joe Flacco's in the Pro Bowl. And according to Ian Rappaport, they asked Justin Fields if he'd like to play. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing?
And he said no.
I don't know what kind of money it makes. I'm sure it's a way to schmooze sponsors, come out, see some of the stars, play golf with them, whatever. But for a football fan, if you're watching this, you need help. Quite honestly. And I know it's going to be on ESPN. I apologize. But it's not their fault. They're going to air it because when they signed the contract, they probably figured, yeah, it'd be good to get Pro Bowlers playing. No offense to your guy, Alan. Shedeur Sanders is not a Pro Bowler.
No,
Joe Flacco's 42. He's not a Pro Bowler.
Agreed.
You asked Justin Fields to play. Come on, man. At what point do you just take the knee? You're the NFL. How much more money do you need? Send all of the sponsors to Hawaii on a massive golf trip. Do them a favor. Don't send them to the Pro Bowl. If they want to buy into the league, they shouldn't be sending them to the Pro Bowl. Send them to the Super Bowl. Come on.
Don, you know what, though? You know what's happened? The Pro Bowl, which is not a shock, went from being a celebration of players to a way for the league to use the players, as you said, as a marketing tool, and the weekend as a marketing tool to attract more money.
But
instead of it being, hey, we're going to go to Hawaii. Take your families. Take all you want. We're going to cover it all. We're going to put you up in hotels. We're going to make it a wonderful experience for the players and make this about the players and their families, and we'll play a game. And somewhere along the way, it became, how can we turn this into a way to make money? Well, we can't have it in Hawaii. You can't do it there. It logistically doesn't make sense. So let's do it in Vegas and turn it into this, and then nobody wanted to play the game anymore. So then I honestly, I think they took away from what was for a celebration of the players. It's no longer that.
But I don't know how you're making money by sending below-average players to the Pro Bowl.
Oh, it doesn't matter. They're NFL players. Don, you have seen. We've entertained, people that it doesn't matter who it is. A professional athlete is a professional athlete, and they'll go gaga over them. It doesn't matter.
But nobody's going to do the work, unfortunately. But I've stopped using it as an argument, but it still comes up. Like the Phil Housley thing, right? He went to one All-Star game. Because you're able to go to hockeyreference.com, and you could see that in whatever year Phil Housley went to an All-Star game. 100 years from now, people are going to debate, and they're going to look and go, oh, Shedeur Sanders went to the Pro Bowl. Nobody's going to do the work to see why. If Justin Fields accepted it, good on him not going, right?
Right.
But, Justin Fields be a Pro Bowler? I mean, don't you bastardize the whole idea? If you want to have a celebration of football and do something wacky and invite players, but don't call it the Pro Bowl. Just call it the celebration of football. And come.
No, you can't. You can't get to the point where you're literally asking Shedeur Sanders, Kyler Murray, Justin Fields. It's at that point. I don't know what you do, guys, but you can't do it. You have no quarterback, a permanent quarterback. Use the jugs machine. You cannot have quarterbacks who weren't even on this side of good to be in a Pro Bowl. It's insanity.
No, because if you want to celebrate the game, like you said, Alan, do what they do with the Fan Fest thing that Peter and we got involved in last year, the convention over at the Javits Center. Have it at the Super Bowl. we're going to invite a bunch of former players, current players, sign autographs. They'll do some things, instructional stuff for kids or whatever, celebrate the game. But don't call it the Pro Bowl. Don't pass it off as the best of the best gathering to celebrate the game.
Right, that's got to stop.
Because we know they're not now, but 25 years from now, isn't it going to kind of get lost and be like, oh, look, this guy was a Pro Bowler? Because we do argue that, right?
Right.
How many times did Eli go to the Pro Bowl? We're debating whether somebody should go to the Hall of Fame. Well, they were a 12-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah, it doesn't – I think you've cheapened the idea of what a pro – now all pro is the only thing that matters.
Right.
All pro matters more than Pro Bowl. But that's I don't know if the league understands that.
I don't think people know the difference, Alan.
No, they
I don't think the average fan gets it.
I think you're right. But that's a part of the problem that I'm wondering, will anybody I guess Goodell's availability is up, but that would have been a question to ask. Like at some point, somebody should ask Goodell, do you think that you have cheapened the value of being a Pro Bowler because there's no longer any worthiness to it if you're inviting players who really haven't had seasons that are worthy of being a Pro Bowler. It's technically an all-star. Well, you weren't good enough to be an all-star this year, but we needed a body, so we asked you to come out. Like, look, name your Pro Bowl team, but then say, well, he can't make it, so other players are going to come, but they're not really Pro Bowlers.
Yeah, that's always been my feeling. You can't say that they're Pro Bowlers.
Just name the team, but don't necessarily have the team play anything.
Right. Well, listen, maybe one way you could spice up the game would be on FanDuel.
Of course.
It's the last call for football, but FanDuel is giving you a daily profit boost every single day leading up to the big game. Today's 30% profit boost is on the rushing markets. So maybe rushing yards over-under. Let's say you want to do, how about over in rushing yards for Kenneth Walker? All you have to do is opt in each day and place an eligible bet to use that day's profit boost. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports partner of Super Bowl 60. 21 and over. Physically present in New York, opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. All of your calls next right here on DHR.
22nd ranked St. John's looks to remain perfect on the road when they visit DePaul. Coverage begins today at 7:40 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
From 30 for 30 podcasts.
Did you say someone got shot? Brian Pata, senior defensive lineman from Miami, gunned down.
The key to this case, it's Brian. An hour before he died, he was on the phone arguing with somebody.
This might be a hit.
You want the truth. They just want a conviction.
Being placed under arrest.
We had a killer amongst us. Murder at the U, coming soon.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
As America's #1 motorcycle insurer, Progressive has your back.
Oh, like roadside assistance.
Oh yeah, Progressive offers that.
Great. Do you have plans Saturday? My cousin canceled and I'd love to have someone to ride with.
Actually, we just do insurance, not riding buddies.
Cool, let's meet at noon. Actually, scratch that. 10 a.m., you and me, breakfast at a diner.
To be clear, Progressive has your back for insurance only. So get a quote and see if you can save.
Okay, so if you beat me there, get me the Lumberjack special. We can share.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Roadside assistance may require comprehensive coverage.
Access to education changes lives. That's why National University provides flexible online and hybrid programs from associate to doctorate degrees. Since 1971, NU was built to serve non-traditional working and military learners nationwide. NU understands the demands of work, family, and service. Each year, more than 130,000 learners trust National University to move forward. Visit nu.edu to learn more.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
Benjamin Franklin, sir, I've just received news.
Speak.
They're multiplying you.
Multiplying me?
Yes, many times.
Multiple Benjamins?
Shall I stop it?
No.
Multiply your Benjamins with New York Lottery's Extra Multiplier Scratch-Off games. Play for the chance to multiply your winnings up to 100 times. Prizes up to $3 million.
I've won! I've multiplied myself!
We won! Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
You know Rush, right?
Hell yeah.
Sure. Go ahead.
I was just enjoying it. I'm sorry. We didn't hear a BTO.
You wanted to hear BTO?
I'm just saying you didn't hear BTO. BTO, Rush, Triumph. These are all the big guns of the Canadian rock and roll world.
I remember Triumph.
Triumph is awesome. Another three-piece band.
I do remember.
What's the biggest song by Triumph?
Oh, they got a bunch. You ever hear Fight the Good Fight? Magic Power. Lay It on the Line.
None of the names are hitting me.
Just a really good hard rock band from the early '80s. Got a little play on MTV.
Their highest charting U.S. hit is "Somebody's Out There."
There's somewhere out there. Yeah, that was a little bit later on in the '80s. I wouldn't expect you to know Triumph. Not quite Zebra. Like a little bigger than Zebra.
Don't know if I know Zebra.
Oh, I don't know. You weren't on the. Alan and I got into a discussion about Zebra because they were a Long Island band.
Yeah, and now I went down. I went down that rabbit hole, Donnie, and I was just playing all the songs from them. Man, it was glorious.
You really found your bag with that Zebra, huh?
Listen, for a moment. Then the next time it came around, I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah, you're right.
Now, speaking of Triumph and Zebra, let's talk to the people on the phones. 1-800-919-3776. A lot of people have been holding for a while, including Drake in Poughkeepsie, who's been on hold forever. Hey, Drake.
Hey, guys. After Don's kind of low take on the Olympic hockey coming up, I was hoping that y'all could help me find some silver linings as a depressed Rangers fan. But before that, since Peter mentioned Jelly Roll earlier, I think the Grammys was a huge missed opportunity to build the tag team of our dreams. Do you know who I'm talking about, Peter?
Jelly Roll and Bad Bunny?
Oh, wouldn't it be great versus the New Day at WrestleMania? Could you picture it?
Oh, that would be fun. I'll tell you what.
See if you can make that happen. In the meanwhile, I'll take your hockey takes and see if there's anything that y'all are looking forward to that I might be able to enjoy hockey this year since the Rangers season is toast.
Olympic hockey, if you don't mind staying up late, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be in too. I just get frustrated because I'm also an NHL fan, and I don't like pausing the season for 3 weeks for games that are going to be at after midnight. and hearing things like, oh, well, don't worry, guys, he'll be back in time to play for Team USA, or speculation that, oh, maybe Jack Hughes could play tonight, but he's not going to play because he wants to be rested for the U.S. Stop it. Come on, he wants to play tonight. He just can't. But it stirs up this conversation, which frustrates me. But that's why I called myself that guy last Thursday, because once they drop the puck for real, I'm going to be totally in, because international hockey is amazing.
Well, Don, the games are going to be going on while we're on the air. You're going to be so distracted, because during our show there'll be games live that you'll be watching.
Which I don't mind that. It's just that it's not
I
exactly.
mind that. I want you locked in. I want you focused.
But I could do two things at once.
Can you?
But it's not really putting the best NHL foot forward. If you've got games in the middle of the night or the middle of the afternoon, like I said, when it was in Salt Lake City, when it was in Vancouver, and the games were in prime time, and then you're really selling the sport. That's why the Four Nations worked so well. 8-9 million people were watching the championship game because it was right there in prime time. Now, I do think if you get USA-Canada on a Sunday and that airs at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, that'll be good for the league.
Next Thursday, Latvia-US, 3:10. We'll be locked in.
Latvia.
Peter will be hosting.
Love it.
Latvia.
Like you dream about.
Who is the big Latvian? Was it Archer Zerbe?
Yeah. That's one, but they have a couple of goalies now. That's the one thing. It's a land of goalies, Latvia.
I remember Gergensons because once they beat Canada, they put him in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
But we'll be in. Even Peter will sneak a peek.
Oh, sure. I'm interested.
Peter likes to sneak a peek.
Crosby will be sitting there, and he's Mr. Canada.
That's right.
That's true.
I love being Canadian.
You are Canadian.
Let's go to Eitan in Valley Stream. Hey, Eitan.
Hey, how you doing, fellas? I was just gonna call about how Bart has almost converted me, because I was really wanting the Jets to go after Malik Willis, but after looking at Kyler Murray's numbers, and I had no idea he threw for almost 4,000 yards 4 times, and I remember years ago he destroyed the Giants. So I was like, you know what? I think Bart might have converted me. I still like Malik Willis, but he might have converted me to Kyler Murray if he's healthy.
Who'll be cheaper? And if he's healthy is always the biggest question with Murray. But, who will cost more? Because, again, I don't know what you're doing with Justin Fields, but you do have him on the hook one more year.
Kyler's got to cost more.
Well, not if he's waived. Not if they cut him.
Oh,
he's going to get his money.
Hope for. That's what But here's the deal with him: you could win games with him. You could have some fun with him, like you had with Fitzmagic. Don't expect he's your future franchise quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He is what he is.
Yeah,
he'll be a nice stopgap until you can kind of figure it out. He's not awful, but he's not all of a sudden going to become your guy. He's not going to be Baker Mayfield. I don't think.
Yeah,
but
Baker is a galvanizer, though.
I just like that Malik Willis potentially has a ceiling that you haven't seen yet.
If you get Malik Willis, you can maybe sell your fan base that we might have found our guy. I don't think you do that with Murray.
You can't. Well, we've seen enough.
No. You still got to find your quarterback of the future, and you're just kind of waiting to find. I don't know if it's going to be in the draft, guys. I don't. I think you're hoping that somewhere along the way you just keep trying different quarterbacks until you find your Sam Darnold. Isn't that? Think about it. What did Seattle do after Russ? They just kind of bounced, like the Geno. They found Sam,
right? Almost right away, right?
Like they weren't, we got to tank now and draft a quarterback, right? It didn't work out that way. You just kind of find guys that can get you there until you find the one. It can happen.
You know what the difference is?
What is that?
Seattle.
John Schneider knows what he's doing.
It's built in. It's in the water.
I still want to believe that Darren Muji knows what he's doing. I have no reason to think he doesn't. I need him to prove to me that he's also part of the problem, but I haven't seen that yet.
1-800-919-3776. Big 5 o'clock hour off at 6:30 today for Knicks coverage. We got ENN coming up at 6 o'clock. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Now it's time for traffic and Susie Cerrone.
Thanks, guys. Couple of things in the boroughs. A crash on the Belt eastbound at Ocean Parkway. It's in the left lane. Huge delays from 4th Avenue. Crash on the LIE eastbound at Main Street. Accident on the FDR northbound at 96th Street. Then in New Jersey, an overturned car. 280 eastbound at exit 7 Pleasant Valley Way. 2 lanes are out eastbound, 1 lane out westbound. A stall in Patterson, 80 westbound at exit 60. That's in the right lane. And a crash in Newark in the local lanes of 78 westbound at exit 57. That has 1 lane out. We're sponsored by Unbound.org. A girl in Kenya dreams of becoming a doctor. Reach out, change her world. It'll change your own. More at Unbound.org. I'm Susie Cerrone for 880 ESPN New York.
Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your 6 figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year 1 needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, we've seen it all, and we're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box. Get started at hrblock.com.
Time is valuable. That's why Lowe's Blueprint Takeoffs turn blueprints into quotes faster. Bring us your plans, and we'll generate itemized material lists to make quoting easier so you can get back to building. Plus, at the Lowe's Pro Desk, you get access to thousands of building materials not sold in store. And when your order's ready, we'll deliver everything to the job site. Improving is easy at Lowe's.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Oh, yeah, like you dream about. One of Alan's favorite things to say, 5:02 in the big city or the suburbs, New Jersey, Connecticut, Long Island, wherever you may be, Pennsylvania even perhaps, wherever you're listening. We have people all over the world listening on the ESPN New York app, watching us on YouTube, the ESPN New York YouTube channel, Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Alan has himself some Knicks coverage tonight.
Sure do.
Donald LaGreca's on the call for the Devils tonight. Whole lot happening. Not to mention, I'm locked in for St. John's DePaul like you dream about.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm doing tonight. Telling Natalie, you take care of the baby.
Little 740 coverage on the app.
That's damn
1050,
right.
I believe. If I'm not mistaken, right, Anthony? I'll be a 1050 vehicle at 740.
Yeah, you bet your ace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course.
I listen.
Yeah, you know what you know what to do. They don't give these jobs to chimps. Now, phone line's been completely jammed up. We've been talking a lot of Knicks. We're going to do that as well. ENN, of course, coming up at 6 o'clock. Now, one thing we haven't gotten to talk that much about, and I want to at least take a call on it here to bring us back to it a bit, is John Harbaugh.
Early. The 5:15 is early, Don.
Yeah.
The 5:15 out of Newark.
There
All aboard.
All right, we're all set. Apparently the Devils concur. It's time to talk Matt Nagy, who spent the last 3 years as the offensive coordinator for the Chiefs, and of course before that head coach, not so successfully in Chicago, but not the most talented team there ever. And now he's enlisted by Harbaugh to run this Jackson Dart offense in New York. Curious for people's thoughts. We'll get started, guys. Let's see what Gilberto in the truck has to say about the hiring of Matt Nagy. What do you got, bud?
What's up, guys? Peter, Hahn, Don. First off, I don't want to, veer off, but I want to apologize to you, Peter, and to Hahn and to Don. Okay, for the other day, 2 weeks ago, before the storm, that Friday of the storm, I was bored out of my head. I was stuck in traffic, and I wanted to hear more sports, and you guys were talking about an impending storm that really came down. You guys did an outstanding job. Thumbs up. You notified everybody. You stood on it. You prepared your listeners. And I just want to tell you I'm sorry. I acted like a schmuck.
It's okay.
I should have.
It happens. We all act like
nominated.
schmucks sometimes.
No, listen, hon. I should be nominated for that guy on Thursday. Okay? And just one little Nagy issue. Okay? Don, you're a connoisseur of information in every sport. So are you, Hahn. And Peter, you don't like behind either. And I value your opinion. But come on, man. Nagy. Come on, Don. Nagy.
What is
Let
the
me know
problem?
your thoughts, man. They suck.
Listen, he's a failed head coach. So what? He's not the head coach of the Giants. He's their OC. And you saw, listen, did Trubisky do anything in Buffalo? Has he done anything in his career? That was a bad pick. He didn't pick him in Chicago. He got what he could out of Justin Fields. Won a Super Bowl in Kansas City. I know that's Andy Reid's team and all that, and from what we see is that Andy Reid called the Giants and recommended Nagy to Harbaugh. So, listen, I'm willing to see. Is it sexy? No. Is it guaranteed to work? No. But I think people look at this as, he's a failed head coach. Most coordinators are failed head coaches or soon-to-be failed head coaches. That's why they're coordinators. They're either too young to be a head coach yet, and then they become a head coach and fail, or they failed as a head coach and go back to being an OC. So I'm not going to look at him as his failure as a head coach in Chicago and say this is a bad hire for the Giants. And if you have faith in Harbaugh, why wouldn't you have faith in his selection?
And Andy Reid. Do you believe Andy Reid surrounds himself with terrible coaches?
And Andy Reid's not sabotaging the Giants. Andy Reid's at the stage of his career now where he wants to do good things for good people. And he's got a relationship with John Harbaugh. Is not going to steer him wrong. Now, does that guarantee it's going to work? No, but what is there to hate other than it just doesn't jump off the page?
I don't know. Well, again, it's at least it's experience. It's not somebody you've never heard of, right? It's not somebody that hasn't done the job before. I mean, the Jets certainly cornered the market on that. How'd that look?
Well, let me, in all honesty, let me ask you. We all pay attention to Kansas City. How could you not? They're on national television basically every week. Did they fail offensively this year because of their OC? Or did they fail because they didn't have a ton of talent? They had an aging tight end.
They
didn't have any great wide receivers. And it looked like they were in a downward spiral, which happens to dynasties.
And then Mahomes got hurt.
Right.
So, yeah. I agree. Look, again, but it's because you got the headline, the head coach, the CEO. You got him. Now, again, the defensive coordinator, it's somebody that he's worked with, that he trusts, that he knows. Was that a big headline? You want an all-star coaching staff? I understand. But don't you trust this guy? This is the coach you wanted. You were celebrating this guy. Now, 5 minutes into his tenure, because he didn't hire somebody that you felt like was the best guy available, that now all of a sudden it's like, oh, no, this is a terrible hire. Really? You know more than John Harbaugh? Step forward if you are. If you're the guy that knows more than John Harbaugh, please call and tell me why you know more than him.
And also, and I haven't heard yet, but the opinion that I value even more than anybody is, what did Jackson Dart think?
Yeah. That matters.
Yeah, and we probably won't find out, but that is a clearly important piece here. I guess we'll be able to gauge halfway through the season how he's vibing.
Well, but as far as how he feels about it, you got to feel pretty good about it. I don't think Harbaugh is going to hire an offensive coordinator that his quarterback doesn't want. Now, he might be indifferent to it, don't know a lot about it, and open-minded about it, but even though he hasn't accomplished anything in the NFL, it doesn't help the Giants if they went out and hired an OC that doesn't work well with their future quarterback, right? So I would think that they're going to get along just fine.
Yeah, I mean, no matter how you cut it, things this year were not what you dream about for the Chiefs.
And listen, Charlie
Weiss,
Weiss,
they're still the Chiefs.
Now, Charlie Weiss Jr. would have been sexy, right, because of who his dad is and where he came from, Mississippi, Ole Miss, and LSU. But he wasn't going to leave LSU.
Apparently, he wasn't going to leave. No. Yeah.
And he's 32 years old, so he kind of fits into what get the fans excited, Peter. But I don't think that was doable because of the whole, going with Lane Kiffin to LSU, and no pro experience at all. So as exciting as that would be because of the lineage and all that, I mean, it's just as scary because he's never done it on the professional level.
Again, like we're talking about this right now. Out of the three of us, level of concern, 1 to 10.
No, 1.
Yeah, I don't have any concern about it.
Right? That, anybody else that wants to turn this into something, you're just basically manufacturing your anger.
No, listen, Peter
Good for
was
you.
right. Kingsbury would have been sexier. And fans probably would have gotten excited. But does that necessarily mean it would have been the better hire?
No. We don't know that.
It would have excited people more, but it wouldn't have meant anything. It's just none of us get this stuff. The truth is,
we're going to debate coaches. We must be bored. Coaching staff, we're bored if we're debating coaching staff.
Well, that's the thing. Full disclosure, right? There's not a lot going on today. And we were talking about an open, and we're like, how about Nagy? Like, are we really going to open, like, OC? It's no. They got the big kahuna. They got John Harbaugh, okay?
Yeah.
Have faith that he's going to have the right guy. If they hired Nagy over Harbaugh, then I can understand the concern.
That's different.
But his failings as a head coach in Chicago doesn't matter to me when he's going to be the OC. There's plenty of failed head coaches.
Yeah.
There were outstanding defensive and offensive coordinators, and vice versa.
Now let's before we get back to calls, let's just reset some of the NBA trade deadline stuff because it has been a pretty busy day today.
And we're 2 days out now.
And we still have 2 more days, but teams are starting to make some moves here, and there's some things that just again my spidey senses are tingling. Right, so Minnesota, the Timberwolves, who are said to be hot and heavy for Giannis. They made a very interesting move. Mike Conley, who's a veteran guard on a big expiring contract, they moved him, got nothing back. So opened up a roster spot and some salary cap space, moving him in a 3-team deal with the Pistons and the Chicago Bulls, who have been very busy today. The pieces there, look it up. But the one that matters the most is the fact that Conley left Minnesota, and it opens up a roster spot and some more wiggle room under the salary cap or within the salary cap, which is why keep an eye on Minnesota as they continue to try to pursue Giannis. Chicago has been busy. They also moved Nikola Vucevic, the big lumbering center, who's still a really good player. The Celtics picked him up. What does that mean? Boston not selling? Boston buying? Now, Vucevic is an expiring contract, but they're getting another big man there. Did that tell you? They're right there with the Knicks right now in second place in the East. Boston's kind of telling you we're not going anywhere, so we're trying to get some pieces to help us continue and put a scare into some of the teams in the East, especially with Jason Tatum kind of hanging out there, although I still don't think he's going to play. And then watch this one. Now, Wendy's been pushing this for a while now, the last day, and he keeps talking about it today. And it's the fact that the Cavs know that ain't it. What they have, it ain't it. And one of the pieces that they want to move is Darius Garland, who's had injuries. He's constantly hurt. But listen to the name that they might make a trade for using Garland. James Harden, who told the Clippers he wants to be traded. Why? Because the Clippers are trying to be careful with contracts. He's not due an extension, but he's eligible for one in the offseason, and they've already kind of made it clear we're not doing that. So James wants money, and so he wants out, and there's going to be a team that's always going to try to make it better. So watch the Cavs and what they might be doing over the next couple of days. But that's one certainly to keep an eye on. So a lot of this stuff is starting to percolate. The Warriors are still trying to get Giannis. Draymond Green could be dangled. Jaren Jackson Jr., the center, he was traded to Utah. Knicks were interested in him, but again, too rich for their blood with the contract. Knicks are still trying to do smaller things. We shall see. But it's been starting to percolate, trade deadline stuff in the NBA. Yeah. And the one thing I would say, remind everybody, watch Minnesota right now, because while we all still believe Giannis likely the easier trade is this summer, Minnesota might not want to wait because they don't want competition for him. They might be ready to go all in right now.
Let's keep this convo going, shall we?
Yes.
Let's go to Rob in Florida, who wants to do some Knicks talk. What's up, Rob?
Hello, what's up? I think the Knicks should not go after Giannis because when the East is wide open, you get Giannis. You're taking away this year, and how do you know that next year or next couple of years, if you have Giannis, the East will get better? So now you lost your chance of going to the finals this year, and even in future years, get players like Nagy Marshall, Alvarado, Dante DiVincenzo, lesser players. That's all you need. You need to fill out your bench. Why would you give up Cat and McBride and Bridges? Go up to lesser players, and then you have a shot to win, and then you win those longer to win. That's what you got to do for it. Get Giannis. We don't need him. We need players of Dante DiVincenzo, Nagy Marshall, Jose Alvarado, players of that caliber. That's what we need.
All right, Rob. Thank you, man.
Well, I'm not throwing Giannis away, but I just don't think the timing is right because I think this team's got a chance to make a run because I do agree with you. You want to strike while the iron's hot. The Eastern Conference is wide open. I think this team is good enough to compete, to get to a final, and who knows what happens. But during the offseason, you may assess and go, I think we need a little extra, and I think we can get Giannis. I'm not throwing that opportunity away, guys, but I just think right now this team deserves a shot without disrupting it. I don't think they need him right now, but they may eventually need him.
Yeah, but you know what they do deserve also, Don, as you're saying? They deserve some pieces to upgrade the bench.
Oh, I'm not telling them not to make a deal.
Right? Like that's the thing. I think they deserve – well, I think I'm using your words, though. Like, I think they've earned that more than they've earned really shaking up the roster and bringing in a megastar who him and Brunson will have to figure it out pretty quickly, right? Like, I think that's something you look in that room. They've won 6 in a row. They're trying to make it 7 tonight, kind of getting the turbulent ride that they had for 11 games behind them. They're steady again, and it's like, you know what? We want to not only believe in you, but not disrupting it. We still feel like we got to make some moves to upgrade so we have a deeper bench and we can get more out of this team.
I think there are some deals you make because your team's not good enough to win, and there's some deals you make because you believe they are good enough to win. Right. And I think what you're asking for is the latter. Little maintenance moves because you think this team can make a run, not a big gargantuan move because you think they can't.
Let's go back to the people. Let's go to Derek in Washington Heights. Derek, what's up, man?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking the call.
What's up?
Number one, thanks, Peter, for the shout-out. Last time I called, you said I was funny, and I swear to God, I ate that apple for like 4 days straight.
Oh. You know what? Rock with it. Enjoy it.
Dude, it was the best. I went on Spotify. I got, like, the transcript. I downloaded it. I sent it to my friends.
Put it on the frame.
See?
All right. Well.
See? And for you, it was a passing comment. For him, it changed his life.
What did you say? What did you say that was so funny? Remind me.
I don't even know, dude. I was on one. I don't even know it, bro. I have no idea.
Was.
But I will
called
say
it 420.
this, Don, early HBD, pal. I'll say that. You know, HBD has a different meaning when you put pal on the end of it, too.
You think so?
HBD pal is like a middle finger. You might as well just give someone the middle finger.
Right?
You think it is?
Yeah.
HBD pal. Yeah, it's like calling someone boss. It's like when your cab driver calls you boss. You know what I mean? It means nothing.
Or
chief.
Yeah.
Chief
is worse.
Chief is worse. So I just want to say a little bit about the Knicks. I mean, I completely agree with Don's analogy of the hot girl at the dance, the pretty girl at the dance. I don't know what we're even thinking about, and any Knicks fan that would think otherwise, I think is just kind of stuck in this paradigm of being an old Knicks fan, where we're just like, guys, we have the goods. Like, we're Sidney Sweeney. Like, we can just sit here and let it come to us, man. Like, we don't need to be desperate. I mean, desperation is not an attractive fragrance, you know. To Alan's point, because Alan, you're the expert, and I will always defer to you. I am no Knicks expert by any stretch. chemistry, man. Like, that's a word that we really have to keep in the back of our minds is chemistry. We have it. Let's keep it. And, you know, I mean, I loved your little, not to demean that, but I loved the thing about Draymond Green, you know. That is a person who I would say would either could significantly add to our chemistry, a la like a Charles Oakley kind of scenario. But even if he went, and I know that you guys talk about, you know, it's complicated, but for you...
It was so good. Just
he's going to have to own this one now. He's not going to eat this apple for 3 days.
Well,
I love him, but, you know.
No, if he's a fan of the show,
he was making
I think that getting played off is almost as good as the compliment.
Equally important.
If he takes it in the spirit in which it was meant.
I thought we were on another call.
It really did feel like a second call. Yeah. Well, this is the Babanj hour. So
yeah, listen, it's kicking in now.
It is.
You get home from work.
I love it.
Get a little Taco Bell.
I'm learning this time that this is definitely this has become a very consistent thing with this show, and I love it.
If our sales department was on the ball, we would have our studio would be sponsored by a dispensary.
How could it not be?
Because our audience loves weed.
Yes.
Loves it.
Loves it.
Loves it more than sports.
Probably.
We should do a weed binge after the football season is over.
Tremendous.
You mean the binge is just weed?
Yeah. Don't be the NFL binge, it's the weed binge.
Oh, it'd be great.
Just pointing out new dispensaries that are popping up.
We are officially the show of high. Let's see who's high now. Let's go to
or how high.
Let's play how high. Manny in New Jersey. He seems high. What's up, Manny?
I'm definitely not high. No, that's not my name, by the way. Now, just in case my employer's listening.
Gotcha.
Of course.
You ratted me out, Pete.
Sorry.
So I heard earlier, Alan, I hate ads just as much as you, or possibly more, dude. So I gave Anthony a browser where you guys, it's perfectly legal, it's not illegal or anything like that. I just don't want to give him an ad. That's for your sales department. But you guys can use it and avoid every single YouTube ads for free. You shouldn't be paying for that. You guys are giving them your data already. So, just consider that.
So Anthony has it? Okay, great.
Yeah, and if he needs me to repeat it, you could use that. And also, I don't know if this has been mentioned before, but Richard in Manhattan is to your show what Kramer is to Seinfeld. And
wow.
Has anyone noticed that?
Richard in Manhattan.
Hi, Richard.
He is Kramer. I mean, he talks about his favorite train station stop. He just comes up with these random. He basically slams the door to your show every 5 o'clock hour, and just says something completely no one.
John Frenchie Fuqua.
He's not wrong.
There you go. There you go. That's all I had. Hopefully that's helpful for you guys because I hate ads as much as you guys.
It's brutal, but that would be very helpful. Thank you.
That was nice.
Of course, now if it just I end up losing all of my money, no problem.
You're not going to lose all your money. You're going to be just fine. Well, now, how do you don't think that is Kramer a bit too complimentary for Richard? I love Richard.
Oh no, it's very on. I think that's on brand.
Take it off. Take it all off. Cheeseburger. No Coke, Pepsi.
Guys, I just came across something that if I could,
teaseworthy?
No, it's definitely not teaseworthy. Okay. But already, I guess, did Anthony see it? I put it in our group chat, but I'm thinking about sharing it with the world.
You should.
So at UNH, they have a Frank the Fan Halbert Fan Favorite Award.
Okay.
It's a hockey team. It's the hockey team award.
Okay.
And is it bad if I stuff the ballot box with all of our friends voting for Zach?
I'm sure anybody else's
I have a
parents,
question.
if given the vehicle, would use it.
But would he want that?
Yes.
All right. Well, that's your answer.
No one works harder than he does.
But
No one.
but hold on. But you're thinking through this as a dad. If he finds out it's because you stuffed the ballot box, would he be happy or be like, Dad?
He'd love it.
You're sure?
He'd love it.
All right. Well, then, if you know the answer to that
done.
confidently, I think you answer your own question.
Done.
So I think I'm going to share the link.
Where do I do? But I saw you mention this in our group chat, but I don't
Yeah.
see it.
You just click the link.
I don't see the link.
It should be right above.
Where's
Anthony
the
voted.
link?
Oh, it's an Instagram link. Wait. Stand by.
I went to the Instagram story, then clicked on the link inside the story, then voted.
That's the problem. I will. I will send.
I
that.
still got there though.
Right, but
for Don, that's impossible, right?
This is old man.
Well, he
game
can't get
now.
on Instagram, so that's a problem.
Yeah, so here you go,
Can't
Don. Ready?
even get to his Instagram.
Ready?
Yeah.
Just click that once it finally goes through. There you go. Click that link. Boom.
Look at this.
Let's let him
And I
get a
get to
dub. He needs a dub. He desperately needs something. He needs
Number
a win.
5, Zach Hahn,
Let's
submitted.
go. Let's go.
And
Bang.
it's, hold on, done.
Submit. Bang.
He is
Look, even
beloved
Don
there.
did it.
He is beloved there, despite the fact
Don
that he
did.
doesn't really play a lot.
Well, what
But
year
he's one
is
of
he?
those like it's hard not to root for him. So
What year is he?
he's a sophomore.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
Getting there.
but he's it's like he's like Rudy.
Yeah, if Rudy's dad, instead of working in the coal mine,
Right.
was a marquee sports broadcaster and is on Get Up every
Right.
week and who's living in a mansion on Long Island, yeah, I think it's exactly like
Wow.
Rudy Rudiger.
You know,
And a whole family of no motivated losers.
Don, do you remember Rudy going home to his parents' house and having a football stadium in the backyard?
yeah. In comparison to hockey, I'm like a nobody.
That is
like
true.
The Devils' general
American
manager's
hockey
son's
gives-
on the team, Peter. NHL
Really?
sons are on this team. Draft picks are on this team. He's Rudy in this world. He shouldn't even be there, and yet fought his way all the way into the lineup.
Well, don't forget that Don did, after the last time we talked about Rudy, decide that Rudy's family was a family of frauds.
They were a bit. I mean, the brother steals the girlfriend away.
Your take,
no,
Don. Your take has gotten. There's people that are so mad, especially Notre Dame people. Really do not like
No,
that.
yeah,
take.
well, they think it's real life. It's
Very
like when I landed in
upset.
Philadelphia the other day. Don, Philadelphia is so deranged as a city. They not only have a fictional character on the stairs, in the city. When you get to the airport, it wasn't enough. They had to make a secondary fictional Rocky statue in the airport.
Was that from Rocky 2?
I guess. I mean, it's the birthplace of democracy. Joe Frazier, one of the greatest real-life fighters of all time. You could put a statue of him up. God forbid. They got to have Sly Stallone. It's pathetic. 1-800-919-3776. More of your calls next. ENN at 6. It's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
March the 20th of 2026, there's one place to be. And that place is Pickleball Heaven. Pickleball Heaven. It's a pickleball facility, massive facility, in Medford, New York. We're going to do the show there that day from 6 to 10. Then there's a tournament. And then after we win the tournament, Rick, we'll stay and watch some basketball with the people. Now, the worst part of all this is the name. Listen, I got to participate in Rickleball Madness. What do you want from me?
You're a teammate of Rickleball.
Yeah, right. You're part of the event. You're the co-headliner. If my name was Dave Pickleball, it would still be Rickleball Madness.
I think that's accurate.
I don't want this kind of pressure. I would prefer it be named after you.
No, you don't. You want all the shine.
No, I don't. Call whatever you want.
Dave's Pickleball Extravaganza.
Sorry, Dave. We're still calling it Rickleball Madness. And it's Friday, March 20th at Pickleball Heaven in Medford, New York. More details coming soon with DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York.
DraftKings Sportsbook is making every snap, every drive, every moment of Super Bowl 60 count with DraftKings Live Millions. Open the app, opt in, and get your promo token. Place a live bet of $1 or more on the Super Bowl, and you're in. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code GAMENIGHT. That's code GAMENIGHT. Bet live for your share of $5 million in prizes with code GAMENIGHT. In partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800 1-800-GAMBLER. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 and over in most states. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Minimum odds minus 500. Prizes either bonus bets or single-use 20% profit boost. Max bet $20 that expire in 30 days. See official rules at sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos for entry period and free method of entry. Sponsored by Crown Gaming, Inc.
Now it's time for traffic and Susie Cerrone.
Thanks, guys. Accident on the Belt East and westbound at Ocean Parkway. You're gone, but you still have heavy delays in both directions. Crash on the BQE southbound at Flushing Avenue blocks a lane. Accident on the FDR northbound at 106. You're backed up from the teens. Inbound George on the upper deck. A stall has the right lane out on the Jersey side. And be really, really careful in New Jersey on 280. We've got two separate overturned cars, 280 eastbound and westbound by exit 6. We're sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drugged driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. Visit madd.org. I'm Susie Cerrone for 880 ESPN New York.
DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, is making every moment of Super Bowl 60 count with DraftKings Live Millions, featuring over $5 million in prizes. Here's how it works. Open the DraftKings Sportsbook app, opt in, and get your promo token. Place a live bet of $1 or more on the Super Bowl, and you're in. And every live bet means another shot to win. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet live for your share of $5 million in prizes with code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY and 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Minimum odds minus 500. Prizes either bonus bets or single-use 20% profit boost. Max bet $20 that expire in 30 days. See official rules at sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos for entry period and free method of entry. Sponsored by Crown Gaming, Inc.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Empowered. Ellie here is getting the sleeve she's always dreamed of. She worked with Empower and planned for her next move, so she got good at money. Now she can be a little bad. Oh, by the way, you spelled journey wrong. No worries. She can afford the cover-up, too. Ooh, check out my tat. It says, invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Yeah, so many good songs by Triumph. This is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Fight the Good Fight.
Yep. It's got a great sound.
I'm not going to get on Peter for not knowing Triumph, but I do enjoy them. Rick Emmett was the lead singer. And then I think because he also played guitar, because there's three-piece. So he was the guitar player, the bass player.
Mm-hmm.
Always had like a Toronto Maple Leaf jersey on.
And you love that.
Love it. Had me at Hello. Back in the day. And now they're on tour again, the 50th anniversary tour. Which kind of makes sense because when they were doing hits in the early 80s, it was like that's 40 plus years ago, so we're getting old, brother.
I feel it.
Dude, I think my friggin' internet just went out in my apartment.
Really? Well, then how do you explain us hearing you?
Yeah, we can't see you.
Because my Comrex is running off of Like it's off the weed. No, my Comrex is running off of, a hotspot.
Oh.
But yeah, my Wi-Fi just completely conked out.
Oh wow! So we don't get to
sorry
see
to hear
it.
that.
Well, yeah, but it's also that's all. What about the fact that that's in addition to the fact that my water is out in my building right now as we speak?
Oh, things are going well. Water and internet.
The two essentials.
What's next?
Well, we don't. You don't want to know.
Let's. So, someone else want to choose some phone calls for us? I don't have that option anymore.
Well, that would probably have to be Anthony.
All right.
Anthony, dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice.
How about Stamatis and Astoria? He's been on a while.
Oh,
Chef
love it.
Supra.
I love that.
What's up, baby?
What's up, Don, Alan, Peter? How you doing?
Good.
Hey.
How are you?
All righty. All right, so check it out. I'm calling about the Knicks. I just want your opinion on my thoughts. So I recall when Julius Randle was in trade rumors prior to the Cat trade. He was a multiple-time All-Star. He came here, made a name for himself. And when the rumors were flying, some were for it, some were against it. But in the end, they made the move and they upgraded from Randle to Towns.
Right.
I feel like this is a very similar situation where we have a multiple-time All-Star again, and you have the ability to upgrade again. So to me, there's no doubt in my mind that Cat to Giannis is an upgrade, right? I think that's safe to say. So this is where we are. It's like going from good to better to elite. And I think this, right this moment, he's playing well. And, but I think that by doing this well, it's kind of tainting the way people are viewing it, like we're okay where we are. But if he gets traded somewhere else, and the end of the year, Cat does what Cat does, where he kind of he's just not the tough, alpha guy that we're looking for in the paint. And look, man, go back and watch Game 6 of his finals appearance. That'll tell you what you got to know about who he is and what we need to go over the top. That's how I view this whole scenario.
Right, but it's not a question of whether to get him; it's just when to get him. Is it worth blowing up this season to get him, or do you roll the dice, anticipate him not getting dealt, and then dealing with this in the offseason? Are the threats real? Now, the news, Alan, that you told us about Minnesota makes it very interesting.
Yes.
Sounds like they're going to make a run. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to get him, but it sounds like they're preparing to make an offer, and they've got less than 46 hours to get something done. Does that move the needle for Leon Rose?
I don't think so. I have this strange feeling that they are prepared to lose him at the deadline. I don't think they'd be as passive in the summer if they don't at least reach the NBA Finals. They might have a different approach in the summer. I'm just saying that I am basing this off of just speculation. I don't have any inside information, but I think if he goes at the deadline, they will live with that.
Well, and Giannis has to be careful here too, okay? He wants to be a Knick. And we talk about how it benefits the Knicks to wait till the offseason. And if he wants to be a Knick, just wait till the offseason. But I guess the negative for Giannis, and maybe this gets him a little nervous, is what if the Knicks make a run and, say, beat Oklahoma City?
Or the Spurs.
Or the Spurs. Or the Nuggets. Or whoever.
Right.
Well, they're not going to be trading for you. And now you missed your chance. So I'm wondering, is he thinking that? Or, hey, they lose to Oklahoma City, but they lose in 6 games. And like, you know what? I think there's a way we can still do this and not have to bring in Giannis. So there's risks being taken all over the place. But I think the common denominator here is that they're going to need him in the offseason. We'll evaluate this run. And we'll say, yeah, we could still use Giannis.
Yeah, I think that's always been the plan.
Yeah.
I really do.
So why stray because of Pat Riley? Or why stray because, Minnesota just freed up cap space? Stick to your plan, man.
But what if you just can't make a deal right now? What if – because you're going to need a third or fourth team. And that's complicated, and there might be third or fourth teams that are like, we don't want to do that right now.
And when I hear the fans say, we got to do this because there'll be another losing out on a star. It's not losing out on a star if you're the one that says, no, we're good. This isn't being snubbed by the superstar.
Remember, they said no already once. They were there. Giannis wouldn't, like from what I understand, there was like, again, Giannis could have just told the Bucks, I want to be traded, and that's where I want to go. And, he didn't want to be the bad guy. And there's a lot of things that we've heard from that August situation where, they talked. And to me, once you're talking, that means that something could happen. Nothing happened. And so the opportunity was there, and Giannis and the Knicks, neither one of them could force it to happen, which tells me that there was a no there somewhere from somebody, and so if you did it once.
Right. And fans got to realize this isn't the same old Knicks. This isn't the desperate Knicks.
Well, by the way, you have a star. His name's Jalen Brunson.
The big star.
He's one of the best players in the league.
And you have a team that went to the third round last year.
Yeah.
And a team that I think you got to feel really good about getting to the finals this year.
Yes.
So this isn't, some 7 seed hovering around 500, not going anywhere.
It's hard, Don. People are used to being in love with their own sadness. They don't know how to carry. Listen, you know what it is? You've been one person for your whole life. And then you got yourself, you saw the commercial with Serena Williams, and you got yourself on trizepatide, whichever your choice was, and you're taking the shot, and now you're the best weight you've been since high school. You're no longer desperate for whoever walks in the door. It takes time to get used to it, Don. So they think they got to go chase him, but this isn't a chase situation. Look around. Meanwhile, you're on Ozempic. You're looking great. Some other teams here got fat. Pacers look horrible. Really let themselves go. Celtics, you're not sure. They might be a donut away at any moment.
But they could also swing the other way and be smoking hot again.
Right.
Right?
Well, that's the weird part about the Celtics. You can't tell.
They might take Ozempic and
they're a
6 weeks,
donut
they
away from being morbidly obese, and they're a Ozempic shot away from being in the final.
By the way, this has been a show. Can I say this has been a show. This has been a show.
I didn't know how we were going to get here, but lo and behold, we got here, folks. And real quick, I want to tell you guys something. Knicks fans, join Bart Scott and Chris Carlin for a special Knicks watch party on Thursday, February 19th at Terra Moore, 150 West 30th, starting at 7 p.m. You can watch the Knicks take on Detroit in a big Eastern Conference
Bart
matchup.
Will be insufferable that night. You got to go just for that.
We got wild turkey bourbon specials. You got great prizes, awesome vibes all night long, plus chances to win Knicks tickets and enter Wild Turkey Bourbon's Ultimate New York Game Day experience this April. Join Bart and Carlin at Terra Moore Thursday, February 19th, tip-off 7:30, all brought to you by Wild Turkey Bourbon. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Must be 21 or over. Enjoy Wild Turkey responsibly.
As irritating as Peter could be at times with the Commanders, apparently it has never gotten to the level Bart has been with the Pistons. Now, maybe that's because the Giants and their Commanders really haven't been a rivalry in the time that Peter's been here, because you got the Knicks and the Pistons, but apparently Bart's just been a problem with the Pistons on that show.
Well, and I don't do the big, yes, I care, and it annoys people because I care so much, but I'm not a big, rah-rah.
Well, you're not flexing. You're
Bart,
just like talking about them.
Bart also enjoys being the heel. He knows it'll piss off Knicks fans, and he's doing it for the right reasons, And look, they're in first place. If there's ever a time to crow, this would be the time, right?
Right.
Yeah, not when you get to the playoffs. 1-800-919-3776. We'll talk more to the people. Then we got ENN at 6 right here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
22nd ranked St. John's looks to remain perfect on the road when they visit DePaul. Coverage begins today at 7:40 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
It may be the last call for football, but FanDuel is giving you a daily profit boost every single day leading up to the big game. Today's 30% profit boost is on the rushing markets. Rushing yards over-under, alternate rushing yards, and most rushing yards. Maybe you think Kenneth Walker will go over his rushing total of 76.5 rushing yards. You can bet it. How about lowering Drake May's rushing total to 30-plus rushing yards instead of 36.5? You can bet that. Will Ramondre Stevenson have the most rushing yards of any player in this game? Guess what? You can bet that too. All you have to do is opt in each day and place an eligible bet to use that day's profit boost. Play your game with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan. We are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
Step inside the game you love with the NBA app. Tap to watch every game as it's happening.
Jalen Brunson does it again!
And never miss a moment of the jaw-dropping action. Get closer to the players than anywhere else. Follow the latest schedules, scores, and stats. Keep up with every story from across the league. And with NBA ID, it's all personalized to you. The game lives here. Download today.
prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com. That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
Simply one of the best beats ever. In the most weird, erratic way. What happened with this song on this day?
It debuted on 95 on this day.
Wow. 1995, this song debuted 31 years ago. Wow. Ugh. What a moment in time, folks. Speaking of a moment in time, the last moment in time to bet on football is coming up this weekend. It's the last call for football. But FanDuel is giving you a daily profit boost every single day leading up to the big game. So today's is a 30% profit boost on rushing markets. So maybe you want to go over on rushing yards for Kenneth Walker. Boom. You can do it that easy. Boom, pow, surprise. All you got to do is opt in each day and place an eligible bet to use that day's profit boost. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports book partner, I should say, of Super Bowl 60. 21 and over, physically present in New York, opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. Donald, we've lost Alan. He's no longer with us. I mean, on the show, that is.
On the show, yes.
I believe he's.
No offense to the sponsor, but I think I would skip the read if we literally lost him during the break.
Yeah, no, I probably wouldn't hit a FanDuel and say, by the way, Alan's dead. Let's go. Speaking of betting, let's go to Joe in Rockland. What's up, Joe?
Hi, guys. Great show. I just wanted to get your feel on Walker against Stevenson for yards, rushing, what you think. And, Peter, I'm a wrestling fan over 40 years. I took my grandson to Barkley's first Raw, his first wrestling.
Wow.
How old?
Yeah, how old?
7.
Oh, nice.
7.
That's a perfect age.
Did he love it?
Oh, he loved it, man. He loved it. He's just getting into it. He loved it.
Oh, that's so fun.
But like I said,
have you been saying Walker in your reads, Peter?
That's right. That was the one in the reads.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it was. And one other thing I wanted to ask you. You guys aware that next year's Super Bowl is on Valentine's Day?
Yes, we were going to talk about that during ENN. I don't know what you do about it. It's a Sunday, but...
I know what you do. You make lots of dumb commercials about it.
Listen,
that's what's going to be done. It's going to be unbearable.
I would think. Now, it's been a long time since, Valentine's Day has been that big of a deal. But wouldn't you go out the Saturday night anyway, rather than the Sunday night? If Valentine's Day fell on a Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
You would probably go out Saturday night anyway. So I don't know why this would be that big of a deal. Because who would want to go, especially if you got kids and you got work the next day, why would you want to go out on a Sunday night? Saturday would probably be the bigger night to go out anyway.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big a deal. I mean, listen, there's some people who take it uber seriously. I would think the average person is going to be just fine. Man, by the way, when you look for prop bets, Don,
right,
and you start to look through the Seahawks Patriots depth charts, I'm sorry, it's going to age like fine wine for me, Don, that we are going to look at these teams and go, who the hell was playing in the Super Bowl? Really, go through their depth charts and just tell me. I'm not saying there aren't any names are really good players, but this is it's very unique for what we've had recently to see so few big names up and down at the big positions.
Well, we are right now in that transition stage where we went from the dynasty of New England and Kansas City, where every year was a big-time quarterback, big-time team. Now we've got the big-time teams because Seattle and New England have gone to the Super Bowl recently, but we're in the transition with the big-name quarterbacks, right? So Drake may turn out to be the next great quarterback, and we'll look at him from this Super Bowl the way we looked at Tom Brady in his first Super Bowl. But right now, he's not a big name. Sam Darnold's a big name here, but around around the country, he's not a big. Look at all the teams he's been on in the last couple of years. He's on his, 5 teams, with the Jets, Carolina, San Francisco for a cup of coffee, Minnesota, and now he's in Seattle. And all the big names are gone and retired. So we're in that transition. Eventually, these might be the big names, but
right now, though, but you never know. It's a toss-up. Like, it's going to be interesting to look back. And obviously, there are a couple names that are on the back nine, right? Your Cooper Kupps, et cetera, who names you know, but they're not
names
the
but
best
not for
version.
you don't know Cooper Kupp as a Seahawk.
That could be trivia. If they don't win the Super Bowl, you could forget.
Right
now, if they win the Super Bowl, then you remember. Nice piece of trivia. One for both.
You don't know Tay Diggs, Stephon Diggs.
Well, it's such a great point
as a Patriot.
And it's so interesting because when Stephon Diggs had that offseason where he was getting talked about for basically all the wrong reasons, and then he ends up, the last couple of years haven't exactly been, draped in glory for Stephon Diggs.
No.
And it ended up making it to my morning show because he starts dating Cardi B. So I'm like telling, Laura Stiles about who Stephon Diggs is. And I'm basically describing him as a guy who's really talented, who kind of flamed out. Like it seemed like he was the dude, and then he couldn't get along with Josh Allen, and now he's kind of bouncing around his way at the end of his career.
And he might get the ring that Josh Allen never gets.
Isn't that crazy? Like, you'd say there's a pretty good Don, I may throw a bet down. I could absolutely see, if the Patriots win the Super Bowl, a Stephon Diggs touchdown in the Super Bowl. Could absolutely see it.
Yeah. So
Buffalo Bills went out and got who?
Tay Diggs.
Stephon Diggs, because everybody.
And you can use your 30% profit boost on that, Peter.
There you go. Bang.
Yeah, maybe I'll go both. That'll be the fun one for me to root for. Maybe I go Darnold over on yards so I can root for Sam and a Diggs score.
Well, hopefully you did that one on Monday, because that was Monday's profit boost.
Oh, see, you're so good. You're so good. Now, listen, the profit boost, of course, are one particular each day. But, Anthony, don't forget, you can still go to FanDuel this weekend and bet whatever prop bets you want.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure they'll have some deal on Sunday.
That's all.
They're all there for you. It's all on the table like you dream about. Let's take a quick call real quick before we get to a big Anthony Pusick ENN. Let's go to Britt in New Jersey. Hey, Britt.
What's going on, guys?
How are you?
Hey, Britt.
I'm good. I had to call because you guys were talking about the 5 o'clock hour being the Boubange hour.
Yes.
And if you recall, I taught Peter that, he can come down from his high if he took some CBD. And I followed that up with an email to you guys and hadn't heard back. So I just wanted to call, follow up, because I have an idea about a segment that we could do. And I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Can you give us a quick, 30-second synopsis of the segment idea?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Drop.
Yeah, I mean, really it's just kind of talking about how in the sports world cannabis is going to start playing a role in recovery and, to get away from opioids and really about pain management.
Wow.
Well,
I don't know if that's a segment, but I think it's a statement. Right?
It's a statement, but there's more in an email. If you go through if you read my email, Anthony.
I got to check. Anthony's got to send us an email.
I forwarded it to all three of you.
All right,
when was
I'm going
this?
to take a look-see. Thank you, Britt. We love Britt, and I can't wait to hear that drop at ENN.
Yeah,
the oh man that she said did not hit the same way the idea did, which sounded pretty reasonable. I do think there's potentially a lot of upside to marijuana and cannabis, however you want to describe it, helping people with a lot of the pain stuff that obviously opioids is just terrible for.
Right, exactly.
And not only from an addiction standpoint, but destroying your body standpoint.
Yeah.
And that goes back to yesterday's conversation when we had the caller, Don, who called up and said that he goes overseas and eats Burger King. And it's like, well, everything we do here is wrong. Just assume if we do it here, it is the wrong thing to do. All right, let's take a break. Anthony Pusick, I see him getting geared up. ENN is next right here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Now it's time for traffic with Susie Cerrone.
A really busy Tuesday afternoon, guys. We've got a crash on the Van Wyck southbound at the LIE blocking a lane. One on the LIE westbound at the Cross Island. It's in the right lane. Crash on the Staten Island Expressway westbound at Clove Road. Into the city, you're okay. New Jersey, forget about 280. You've got an overturned car on 280 eastbound near exit 6 with a full closure. An overturn on 280 westbound at exit 6. And then a stalled tractor trailer 280 eastbound at Essex Avenue. I'm Susie Cerrone for 880 ESPN New York.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to ENN.
Ray-Ro.
You ever watch YouTube?
There you go.
I like to start off by saying ENN tonight is brought to you by Ramsey Mazda. That's right. Get more for your money at Ramsey Mazda. Like a new 2026 Mazda CX-50 or the Mazda CX-90. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. And with that, I tag in my good friend, Mr. Anthony Bartholomew Puchik.
Oh, thank you, Peter. Thank you. This is a rare one. Oh, I think we lost Peter. Now we have half a Don.
I'm here.
Another. No. We have you on the audio.
Oh no.
The
I
visual.
disappeared?
That's a weird looking Don. I know that anybody that's listening and not watching us on the YouTube, but just trust me when I tell you that, as you know, if you watch our YouTube, if one of our links to somebody goes down, it can look quite interesting. We've got a very zoomed-in Don head.
I'm trying to represent both boxes here.
You are, and you're doing a great job doing it.
Thank you.
While we're waiting for that, let's talk about now. We talked about all of the times that flubs have occurred on this show. This was no exception. Good evening to Don.
The general public that wants his steak on a head immediately.
That's a steak on a head.
No, that's right. That's a stroke moment.
It happened.
You don't see it every day, the steak on the head.
I said it in Peter's ear, and he looked confused when I was able to see him. That it happened. I'm like, no, that definitely happened, and that was today.
Right.
And why is that, Alan?
Because there's ads.
Okay. So we have Long Island Mom Alan.
Because there's ads.
And then we have Southern Alan.
If he was that bad.
We got to get to the bottom of why that happened.
We've got split personality
We'll never figure
Hahn
out.
going on here. So that's fun. I'm gonna have to do something with this shot. I think I'm gonna have to. Okay.
Yeah, my internet's gone again.
Okay, well I flipped it. Now we have a really large Don head, and me and Jacob. But Peter's still with us, and let's say good evening to Alan again.
What the hell?
Reaction to.
If he was that bad.
Yeah. And then of course there's me. I have a stroke page if you're interested. That's looking back on it, not the greatest.
No.
But I stand by it.
Listen, it's been a day.
Listen,
it really has been.
If you listen to our meeting, which I know everybody does, we had a lot of ideas, and I didn't think that we could have prepared ourselves for what we were going to do. So I'm pretty proud of what we've done today.
Yeah, no, it turned into a show, a nice little show.
And we have the Griffster, Griffin.
Okay.
I love Tyler Hero. He's my guy.
That's right.
It's going to hurt me.
And
Oh man.
Listen, Drop Madness. We got some late entries.
It's going to be something.
And these might make their way.
Oh man.
That could be there.
I gotta tell you what.
If he was that bad.
This is probably making it.
The general public that wants his steak on a head immediately.
There's a lot for. What a day!
Now, was that before or after the conversation? I think
After.
that was after
It was
talking about the Steakum.
Post-stroke Steakum comment.
Right, so the steak was on my mind with Del Frisco's and the Steakum analogy with Jacoby Brissett. So, listen, it's still a stroke moment, but there's a reason behind it.
There's a reason behind it.
I just like hearing Don say the steak was on my mind.
There's better ways it can be said, but that works. This is our favorite time of the year. It's the time of the Super Bowl, and why I say it's our favorite time of the year is for the simple fact that we get yo-yo press conferences. Now, we have to be out there all week and ask as many questions as humanly possible.
Have to.
Now, I believe, and before I do this, I'm going to preface this by saying I have a feeling that this was done on purpose. But Mike Vrabel was asked if the Super Bowl is a must-win for him.
Is this a must-win game?
A must-win? Yeah, I think every time we go out is a must-win game. I mean, it's kind of the attitude that I've always taken in the National Football League.
I think the same thing was asked to Drake May. And I'm not going to play that one because I assume, truly, that this guy was just messing around.
I guess that was a bit.
That's precisely why I hate this week.
Yeah.
Because you run out of things to ask.
If I wanted to defend him, it would, I guess, be, do you feel like you have to win this for your? But it's so early in his career. It's like it's a yo-yo question. But you got yo-yos there, so it really, honestly, it's on us.
Now, granted, keep in mind, the only clip I've seen consistently from Radio Row, media availability day, has been this in the Drake May. So it got its intended consequence. That is what is being discussed.
I had somebody on Twitter saying that there's just, there might not be any big names, but there's so many storylines. Listen, there's always storylines, all right? And if you got a dog in the fight, if you're a Patriot fan, if you're a Seahawk fan, I mean, there's really a lot to get excited about. But if you're neutral, and I'm neutral, I have no disdain for New England at all. And I certainly don't have any feelings about Seattle at all. I'd like to see Seattle win because of Sam Darnold, but it really doesn't matter to me who wins the game. It's kind of
We're in that weird spot, Don, as Giants fans, where through this Patriots dynasty run, or how they've dominated for a majority of this century, it didn't impact us in any way. Because the Giants,
you guys say that it's a nice thing to say,
but
and I'm sure it's mostly true.
It is.
No, it's mostly true.
What part's not true?
That they can still annoy you for the amount of Super Bowls they have.
Yeah, but I understand
wanting them to stack more. You want to see them stack more.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
It makes us look better.
I will tell you, it kind of went away after the Eagles beat them.
True.
But the idea of they're stacking Super Bowls and we beat them twice, so stack even more makes us look even better.
Yeah, but now those Super Bowls from you guys this is a different team. This is a whole different era. The Giants have not beaten this team. They beat a completely different version of this team.
So now it's
now it's just a team that's getting further and further ahead from the rest of the league.
Honestly,
I'm not buying it.
Well, by the way, they're not. Look, Vrabel seems like he's kind of prickly, but Drake May is relatively likable. I don't hate him yet. He hasn't done anything that's annoyed me yet.
See, that's the thing. Like the Dallas Cowboys, we hate the Dallas Cowboys because they're in our division.
Yes.
All right. And for a certain age, you got Roger Staubach, you got Danny White, and then you go to Troy Aikman. So you've got different eras, and then Tom Landry, and then Jimmy Johnson. So there's a lot to hate there over different eras. This is a different New England team. New England, to me, will always be about Bill and Tom. So post Bill and Tom, it's the New England Patriots again. It's like I don't look at them like I looked at Brady and Belichick. Now they have the same uniforms, they have the same owner, but nobody cares about owners.
But that actually, to me, works against your point. If it was the Brady Belichick one, then maybe you go, "Ooh, I like it when they win because they make us look better." Now that it's not them, it's just another team adding to their lead.
Yeah, but
Super Bowls.
I understood, but there's nothing to feel about this team. I've got no feeling about Drake May. I got no feeling about.
Yeah, I'm not saying I feel the same thing.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like maybe we'll fast forward and they'll become a team that you end up not liking. But right now it's.
I would rather the Seahawks get one than the Patriots.
And that's fine. We're big fans of Sam, of course.
Well, the Seahawks are the same thing. This isn't the Pete Carroll, Marshawn Lynch, Russell Wilson Seahawks, a Legion of Boom. This is a completely different team. Different coach, different quarterback. Like, oh yeah, it's the Seattle Seahawks, but I don't look at them as anything that from 10 years ago. Do you?
Pete Carroll bounced back nicely from getting away scot-free from all that USC scandal stuff and basically letting Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart take basically all the hits on that.
It was definitely a bounce back for sure.
But hey.
But then came the Raiders.
Then you have a Jets fan that was trying to talk to Sam Darnold on Media Day.
After 16 years of suffering as a Jets fan, I decided to make the switch. As someone like yourself who you've had success switching teams, do I have your blessing?
You can be a fan of mine and you can be a fan of the Seahawks, of course. Of course you can.
All right, this is going to sound.
It's not
this
Friday.
is going to sound awful.
Oh no.
And this is going to sound like, oh, I'm Mr. Journalist, or that I'm privileged in some way. Dude, how does somebody like that get a credential and get to ask a question to an NFL quarterback on Super Bowl week? How?
Right. I know.
And I'm supposed to take this seriously? I mean, good for the person, whatever. But like, that's what we're doing. So, just anybody could just go up and ask a question.
So, do you guys want to? This is all the more reason you guys should look back on even bothering getting upset about the lady who asked Liam Cohen a question.
No, you're right.
This compared to that at least had some level of small town charm. This is just completely embarrassing.
Now, granted, I will say this: I expect this from Super Bowl Media Day, whatever you want to call it.
It shouldn't be. This should be the hardest time to get a credential.
Always what it. No, that part, yes, but you get this stuff. What's your favorite color? Which, remember? And now, granted, remember when the kid reporter asked Tom Brady when he was in Tampa, who was your biggest motivation when you were younger? And Tom had a really human moment and got teared up talking about his dad. That was great.
Those are fun. And if TMZ or E Entertainment and different, like, I get it. You're trying to sell your sport beyond the borders of sports fans. But now it just gets like, now it's just anybody. Like, is that going to get you? I guess that get used on his podcast, or that'll get used on his answering machine. I don't know. But if E Entertainment wants to do something, or TMZ wants to do something and use it on one of their shows, one of their platforms, but that's the thing now. What's a platform? What's a TV show, radio show, podcast? Everybody's got one, so I guess everybody's got the right to a credential now because it's for everybody.
Now, he said he had 16 years of suffering. He sounded like a younger kid or a younger adult. There's been guys like Allen, Ira, who have suffered far longer.
Yeah, 16 years. Listen, 16 years doesn't seem like much.
That's the drought for the playoffs, for sure, no doubt.
Even Anthony's like 16 years. That's not.
Nothing. We're not even talking about the 90s. That's just the 2010s. I don't know. Look, it's funny. And Sam's been a good sport about everything, and as we pointed out multiple times, he has never disparaged the Jets in any capacity, at any point.
But you're right. I mean, the Super Bowl week, it's, Joe Namath, at poolside. It's Shannon Sharp defending Ray Lewis on the allegations of murder, and it's always been just out there.
Classic.
I get it.
Well, I will say this, Don, you got to go. You got a game tonight.
It's time. I'm having so much fun here, but
don't
I do
leave.
Have to go. Let's try to do this tomorrow.
Donnie on MSG tonight. MSG SN, I'm assuming.
I'm sure one of the because the Knicks, I'm sure, are on MSG proper
for the Lumbus.
But you'll
Devils
find it.
Lumbus.
It's all grouped together. Got to see Jody Shelley, Steve Mears. It's all happening.
JD there or no?
No JD on this trip.
No
it
JD.
Would have been nice, but I will see you on television, and I'll see you tomorrow at 3.
All right, Donnie. Be good. Now you're stuck with Jacob and I on the screen and the floating voice that is Peter Rosenberg. I was saying floating head, but there's no head.
I think the internet's still not here, folks.
What is going Peter, we got to talk about this.
No, there's a lot.
What is going on?
I told you.
I know.
I told you
a
long time ago.
Told me.
I said things were not great here. We got some issues, folks.
Listen, I would say that through this marriage, you and Natalie have been batting 1,000. I'd say this one was a swing and miss.
I would say it's no longer 1,000. I would say,
listen,
if we were batting 1,000, I'd say that number's down.
Jeter got in with a much lower batting average, so you're doing fine.
No, we're fine, but this is not. This apartment situation is not what you want.
Doesn't sound good. No water, no Wi-Fi. Thankfully, you had your. By the way, I don't know what would have happened if you didn't have the hotspot.
Oh, I think I'm back.
Oh,
nope. Sorry.
You got me so
That's
excited.
5G.
You got me so excited.
5G.
This is like when we didn't have Verizon for like a day, and my phone was relatively useless outside of this building. That was a strange time too. Speaking of voting, speaking of percentages, you have to have 80% of the votes.
Oh, yeah.
As we know, to get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Belichick did not receive those votes. We found out earlier today in a report that Robert Kraft will also not receive those votes. He will not be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame class this year, multiple league sources told ESPN. Dan Graziano was on Get Up when this news broke, and he is steadfast on his thoughts on this Hall of Fame voting process.
I don't know how you decide whether an owner's a Hall of Famer or not. Kraft surely will get in at some point. But, I mean, the fact that Belichick didn't get enough votes to get in on the first ballot makes the entire process a joke. Pro Football Hall of Fame voting process is insanely stupid and should be overhauled completely, and this has been true for a very long time. The fact that only 50 people vote, the fact that they do so in a secret meeting where they're penalized if it gets out, like enough already. I voted for the Baseball Hall of Fame for years. Yeah. That process took all kinds of abuse. It is insanely more democratic and fair than what goes on in the pro football. So look, I'm not going to sit here and say, it's an injustice, Kraft, but everyone now knows what a joke this is because they didn't put Belichick in, and that's got to be one of the most open and shut cases of all time. So I don't care about their rules and regulation, who can change it.
I mean, if you're going to live in a world where Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft, if he's eligible to be a Hall of Famer, aren't first ballot Hall of Famers, then I don't know of an owner or coach that will be first ballot Hall of Famers.
Listen, I love it in some ways.
Of course. I mean, we're enjoying it.
But I mean, Kraft I really don't care about. It's the Belichick.
No, yeah, the owner thing is what constitutes that? Because you owned the team that was successful?
I mean, listen, but at the same time, let me argue the exact opposite.
Please.
There are really bad owners.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, we can't act as if ownership groups don't make a difference. They really do.
No, that's true.
But I think it should just be like a special,
wing?
Yeah, Fugazi.
Fugazi wing.
Every few years we add to the Fugazi wing. You know what I mean?
I want it to be called that, too.
Yeah, the Fugazi wing. That'd be beautiful.
Fugazi wing. Get their own little celebration. They could do it during the Pro Bowl.
I don't even know if Jack Can't Cook is in, for example.
Okay.
I don't know.
We don't know.
Don't know, don't care. I know Dan Snyder's in. Hell.
Okay. This is interesting. Now
Snyder was inducted to hell, first ballot. It's incredible.
So this is interesting. We talked about Roger Goodell talking to the media on Monday about pushing for an 18-game regular season or expecting that at some point we'll have an 18-game regular season. Well, the NFLPA leadership made it clear on Tuesday they are not in support of an expanded regular season schedule. Our members have no appetite for a regular season 18th game, NFLPA Interim Executive Director David White said at the union's annual Super Bowl week news conference. Everybody has a news conference. Citing player health and safety concerns that come with a longer regular season. Look, I hear them. That was always the concern. I don't know how they're going to win it because it seems like they're really gung-ho about playing an 18th game. The other thing, Peter, we didn't hear it, but Roger Goodell mentioned he wants, I think it was 16 international games. Like he wants an international game a week up until like a certain point.
We love the international games.
Why? Isn't it going to get tiresome at some point?
This is big news coming down right now.
Oh, tell me. I want to know.
Big news coming down. We love this game.
Your water's back.
No.
The Wi-Fi's back.
No.
Okay, what else you got?
We have the NBA celebrity game lineup.
Oh, now wait a minute. As much as you respect me, this is wasted on me. This is a Don LaGreca. I've never heard of these people.
No, guys.
I know.
No, guys.
We could do it together right now, but tomorrow.
No, I don't think we can do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Because it's so bad that there's no point in doing it with them. Except for one. Do you guys want to know one that if Don, now he may play it safe.
So I sent this to you.
You did?
So yes. So I've seen the names.
So you know the name I'm going to tell you that's going to send him, right?
I just.
Shams Charania is in the celebrity game.
There could be a lot. By the way, he won't flip out because that's a name he knows. I don't know some of these names.
Dude,
I'm looking at it right now on Jacob's computer.
Okay, Keegan-Michael Key.
That'll be funny. That would be funny.
That's good.
Jeremy Lin, awesome to have him back.
But that's a former player. It's a different category.
That's cool, right? Amon St. Brown, like Keenan Allen, awesome. Like great, you're athletes. That's fantastic.
Cafu, I assume it's the Brazilian soccer player, Cafu?
I would imagine so.
Yeah. But he's 55 years old, Cafu, right now.
There's a lot. Peter, this is...
Who are these? Who's Jenna Bandy?
I don't know.
Who's Rome Flynn?
All respect to them and their work. I don't know these people.
Who's Rick Schnall?
I don't.
Who is Rick Schnall?
We are. By the way, we are attempting to want to get people to watch this event, correct?
In theory.
Who is he?
Rick Schnall is an American businessman and co-president of private equity firm Clayton, Dublier, and Rice.
Nah, bro.
He's a minority owner of the Hawks.
Well, there we go.
And a majority owner of the Charlotte Hornets.
So that makes sense because that's why Ishbia is on the other side. So you've got
but why are they doing this?
I don't know.
That's terrible.
That I can't explain.
I used to think it used to be like LA people or people from LA, or like they'll choose like WNBA people. There's a lot of people on this list. I'm just like, who?
Now,
why?
when I see Mustard, that's the Mustard I'm thinking of,
that's
correct?
DJ Mustard, yes.
Yeah.
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 I don't know why they don't have the DJ on
that
it.
Kendrick Lamar yells the whole
That's
thing?
right.
Okay. That could be cool, I guess.
He's an actual celebrity.
Needless to say, it's fallen off from when Peter Rosenberg was there.
There were real names then.
Now
there were at least a few.
We have such little time, Peter. I would be remiss if you didn't tell us what's coming up with a little game time.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought up Game Time, which is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game
my goodness gracious. It's Tully time. Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm back. I don't. How much time do we have left?
Like a minute.
Oh, really? I wanted to get back on air. Guess what? My internet kicked back in.
Oh, wait, I got you. Go ahead. Give us the
there
game
you go.
time.
Load me up,
There
buddy.
you
I'm
go.
back.
There we go. Hey,
there you go. The Knicks and the Zards. Coverage immediately following us on 880 at 7 o'clock.
Right to the
St.
Murrows.
John's on the road with DePaul. Coverage on 1050 at 740. Devils, Blue Jackets at 7. Isles, Penguins at UBS at 730. And the Nets and the Lakers at 7:30 as well. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly.
That's CNN. That's it. 15
All right,
seconds,
you did a
Peter.
great job. I may still have to throw some of these names from the celeb game tomorrow at Don and Al. My internet's out. I love you all. We're going to run it back tomorrow at 3. Happy Tuesday night, everyone.
We're going to try our best.
Empower. Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang, sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.